Good afternoon, sports fans. Ernie Over and Josh Henninger here with you from Powell High School in the beautiful Powell Valley up in the northern Bighorn Basin. And the Lander Junior Varsity boys team just defeated the Powell JVs. You might have heard the buzzer in the background, 53-43, a 10-point win for the Lander boys JVs. Well, this is a very interesting game tonight because, Josh, this is the first conference game of the season.
It is first conference game, and of course they switched to that new quadrant format that they've had. Well, I guess it's not new now. It's been a few years, 5-6 years. But Powell and Lander are matched up in the quadrant, and these are the games that matter. We're done with the preseason invite tournaments. We're done with the 4A schedule, and we are getting into the nitty-gritty as these are the games that count as far as seeding goes for regionals, and then as well as far as which teams are going to be the cream of the crop in 3A this year.
The Lander Valley Lady Tigers come into this first game with a 5-3 record, and the Powell Panthers, the Lady Panthers, are 5-4. So they have very similar records, although Lander Valley has played a pretty tough schedule coming into this game because they've had mostly 4A schools on the schedule.
Yeah, that's true. In the interview I had with Coach Stoffenberg earlier, he even mentioned that he feels like that they're a 4A team with all the 4A schools that they're going against. And it's going to be one of those offense versus defense matchups. Right now, going into this game, the Tigers average 51 points per game, and they allow 41 points per game. And Powell scores right at that defensive average for the Tigers, 41 points per game. But defensively, they're only allowing 37 points per game. So it'll be something that it'll be an offense versus defensive matchup. You've got two scorers, Demi Stoffenberg and Megan Winfield, who are in the top 10 for the Tigers in Class 3A in scoring, as well as four players for the Tigers that are top 10 in three-point field goal percentage. So we'll see. We have a more offensive matchup for the Tigers versus a strong defensive matchup for the Panthers.
And this is the Bailey Enterprises pregame show. Remind you to go with Bailey, the Bailey Tire and Auto Service Center on South Federal Boulevard in Riverton. And, of course, if you're traveling up here to Powell, you're going to see some familiar Fremont County names. There are two pit stops here in Powell. There's also a Mr. D's Food Center up here. So it looks an awful lot like Lander here up in the Powell Valley. But we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with Josh's interview with Lander Valley head coach Cyril Stoffenberg.
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
Hi, I'm Tom from Fremont Therapy Group, and we're going to be talking about running analysis. Running analysis has three components to it. Obviously, you look at the running part. That's kind of the gait pattern, looking at how well they strike the ground. The next part looks at how strong they are, their legs, also how flexible they are. There's certain muscles that become tight the more you run. And then the last part, it's looking at how well you move. So you're looking at ways to help you reduce your chance of injury. Come on in, you're gonna love it. We'll get you on the treadmill and start the process.
Here with Lady Tigers head basketball coach Cyril Stoffenberg. Cyril, coming into the first conference matchup for the Lady Tigers. So far they've had a good start. Past couple games against Jackson, they played really well. What are you expecting against this Powell Lady Panthers team?
You know, it's kind of odd. I almost feel like we're a 4A team right now because it seems like we're playing a 4A schedule. So it's kind of refreshing to come in and see a Powell or a Lovell or a Warland like we'll see in the next week or so. But, you know, Powell, they have a pretty solid record. You know, the one thing they're missing is they're missing our big kid that decided not to play this year. They have a 6'1" post player that's pretty solid kid. So, you know, not sure the story there, but obviously be missing that part of their game. But, you know, they've played well. They've played some decent teams. So, you know, we're just kind of happy. We've spent the week kind of regrouping ourselves, obviously missing two starters last week and a number of kids throughout the week, which is illnesses. And so we'll we'll be excited to play and excited to be a whole group again.
And you're talking about sickness and missing players. Looking at it earlier, it showed the girls that have recorded stats. You only have 4 players that have participated in all 9 games so far this season. How is the team looking health-wise this week?
That's what we talked about last night at practice. We've been disjointed a little bit since the beginning of the year with kids not participating for one reason or the other. This will be the first time I think we have them all, albeit though I don't really necessarily think they're necessarily all healthy. We had a couple of kids not even in school. We didn't have school Monday, but not in school Tuesday, Wednesday because of sickness. We had a couple coming back from other illnesses late in the week. So, I think we're back together on the game floor for the first time as a whole group in a long time, but we really haven't practiced a whole lot together as a group in a long time. But, like I said, this is a long ways to march, and it's the nice thing about it is it's a quad game, so it doesn't take a whole lot to get excited or pumped up or ready to play. So we'll be ready.
And as far as the scoring for the Tigers, they started off a little bit slow with their shooting, but now have gotten better with the outside shooting. You got 2 players in the top 10 in Class 3A with Demi and Winfield as the top scorers, not only for the team but also in the conference. Are you looking towards them for more of a shooting prowess, or is there somebody else coming off the bench you think will be productive on the offensive side?
Ryan Bell must be just a few tenths of a scoring out of there too, because she's, she obviously didn't play last week, but that doesn't hurt her stat-wise. So she's just barely outside of there. We have 4 kids in the top 10 3-point shooting percentage too, which is 4 out of it. We have 40% of the people in that category, which is pretty nice. The one thing that was exciting for us against Jackson the first time, and we really haven't done it much this year, is it should be, I think we shoot a pretty good percentage, but oftentimes we've started a lot of games shooting very poorly. And so then had to either dig ourselves out to take the lead, or like up in Jackson, we kind of just hung around, and then we shot the ball really well in the second half. So, hopefully we can get maybe some of the shooting percentages to increase at the beginning of the game, first quarter, because then you kind of relax at that point, and then all of a sudden it's amazing when you relax, everybody shoots better.
Right, and you're talking about those Jackson performances. Offensive output was 2 of the better performances of the year for the team. Are you looking to carry that momentum here into quadrant play?
Yeah, and the nice thing about it is that we do have everybody, and the nice thing it is a returning group. So we may not have practiced a ton together this year. We have spent the whole year last year together. So it'll be nice to have enough of our depth back that we can full court press again. And because we weren't able to do that up in Jackson, we finally just had to weigh the pros and cons and just say we're spending too much energy and not getting enough out of it. Whereas when you can bring 3 people off the bench to help with the energy level, I think that'll help. And Powell's similar to Jackson in the sense that I think you can rattle them from a guard perspective. So, it'll be nice to be able to get back into that for 30-plus minutes, and that really helps us get some chip shots, some easy buckets, some turnover transition type layups, and you don't have to rely on any other shooting.
Perfect. All right, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
All right. Thanks, man.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Relatively new facility, and they have bleachers here on 3 sides of the court. And Josh, we're seeing a lot of orange tonight.
Yeah, it reminds me of maybe walking in a store like Home Depot. There's a lot of orange and black. You've got orange and white, a little barricade that drops down to separate the gym. You got all orange bleachers. You can definitely tell that Powell's colors are orange and black.
Looking at the Lady Panthers, they are led in scoring by Megan Jacobson, who comes in at 8.8 points a game. She's also pretty good on the rebounding, averaging over 4 rebounds a game. Caitlin Floy has 8.4 points a game and almost 5 rebounds a game. And Wasey Harvey comes in at 7.9 points a game, and she averages just over 5 rebounds a game in their contest so far. As I mentioned, they've played 9 games. Their record is 5-4, and this is their first conference game. The Lander Tigers, by the way, they are led in scoring by Megan Winfield, who comes in at an 11.3 point per game click, averaging just under 5 rebounds a game. Also 11.3 points per game, Demi Stoffenberg. She's better on the boards, though, has 10 rebounds a game. Ryan Bell, as you heard Coach Stoffenberg say, has 10.4 point per game average, and she gets about 5 rebounds a game. And then there's Whitney Hansen. We can't forget Whitney Hansen. She comes in at 8.1 points a game and 5 rebounds a game. So the Lady Tigers are pretty good on the offensive and defensive boards, and I think that'll be important here tonight in Powell.
Yeah, definitely. And on the defensive end of the ball, you've got Maddie Campbell, who is definitely the defensive powerhouse for the Panthers. She's averaging almost 5 steals a game, and that's almost tops in Class 3A. I believe she's in the 2nd or 3rd spot total, and she has a lot of rebounds as well. She's definitely the defensive powerhouse for them, as well as assists as well. She's the setup man for the Lady Panthers. As far as the Tigers, they've got, as you mentioned, Demi Stoffenberg. She's almost averaging a double-double with points and rebounds. Definitely the person you'll want to see take full advantage of having that athleticism inside and be the main person in charge with the inside scoring as well as the rebounds as well. As far as shooting goes, Lander is tops in 3A from the charity stripe. They're shooting 68%. Free throws, Powell is shooting 49%. But the one thing you look at with these Powell Panthers is they play a really clean game. I don't think there is a single person on their team that averages more than 2 fouls per game. So that's something the Tigers got to be wary of. They're stingy on defense. They produce a lot of steals, but they're also doing it very clean where there's not a lot of fouls. So you'll want to see Demi Stoffenberg get inside and get some points, as well as Megan Winfield. And then maybe if you see it, they've progressively gotten better. As Coach Stoffenberg mentioned, they've got 4 players that are tops in Class 3A in the top 10 for outside shooting. So hopefully the Tigers can continue to do that, and those will definitely be the keys to the game for the Tigers if they want to put a notch in the win column in the first conference game.
And you're listening to the Bailey Enterprises pregame show. Go with Bailey, the Bailey Tire and Auto Service Center store on South Federal Boulevard in Riverton. We'll be back with our Sutherland starting lineups and some other comments before this game gets going after we listen to these.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up!
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers basketball on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Okay. Back again at Powell High School, Panther Gymnasium, and we're getting ready for our Sutherland's starting lineups, and Josh is going to bring those to you here. Just a moment. The PA announcer getting ready to announce them. They've got them up on the board, and here we go.
All right, we will start with the home team of the Powell Lady Panthers. We have number 10, Wacy Harvey, who will be starting, as well as number 11, Kaylee Winooski, number 20, Maddie Campbell, number 33, Caitlin Floyd, and number 44, Megan Jacobson. For your Tigers, Lady Tigers, starting, number 1, sophomore, Talene Tendor. Number 10, the senior, Demi Stoffenberg, will be starting down on the low block. Senior, number 11, Ryan Bell. Senior, number 15, Whitney Hansen. And junior, number 23, Megan Winfield, will be the starting 5 for the Tigers and the Lady Panthers.
Okay. You know, they always do this. They raise the volume on the PA for the home team, which I think we do that in Lander too.
Either they raise the volume or the PA announcer puts a little more gusto in the announcing of the home team.
Well, at least we didn't have the blaring music here in Powell tonight. And over in Jackson, about blew us out of the gym. It was so loud over there.
That's a good point. Yeah. They definitely were messed up on their volumes there.
Yeah, they did. And a couple of gyms do that. We have our broadcast position is right behind the Lander Tiger bench up on the top row, the 15th row of the bleachers. So we've got a very good vantage point here for this basketball game tonight. And something that we don't usually see, Josh, we have cheerleaders here tonight from the Powell Panthers.
Very true. I heard while I was getting drinks and stuff, there's 16 of them that are there tonight. So it's good to see, like you said, not a lot of schools have cheerleaders, but it's good to see them out here participating, cheering for their squad.
Okay, Ryan Bell in the center jump ring going up against Caitlin Floyd. And the tip is knocked around on the floor. Lander is fighting for it, and coming away with it is the Powell Panthers, Maddie Campbell. You mentioned her great defensive stats, and we can see it right there as she just jumped in and got that basketball. On the far side, Campbell has it now over to Floyd. Floyd on the near side outside goes to number 10, Wacy Harvey. Harvey back over to Floyd. Floyd on top of the key to Campbell. Campbell on the far side outside on the right wing on top of the key to Harvey. Harvey looking for someone to throw it to. She takes a couple steps in, drives the baseline, dribble drive, not good. Rebound, Megan Winfield for the Lander Valley Lady Tigers. Quickly down the court, Winfield's going to go, I thought she was going to go coast to coast, but she dishes it off to Stoffenberg. On top of the key now to Hansen. Hansen has her hair in a big ponytail tonight. We haven't seen that for a while. So Hansen has it now on across the key. It goes over to Winfield. Back on this side in the middle to Ryan Bell. Ryan turns around, doesn't shoot. She's got it right now. Taylene Tendor had the ball there a moment ago. Now it's Hansen. She drives in the baseline. Turnaround shot is up, not good. Rebounded, though, by the Lady Tigers' Tendor. She's in the lane, kicks it back outside. With it is Stoffenberg, drives the lane, shoots and scores.
That's just a good dribble drive by Stoffenberg. She sees there's an opening in the lane, takes it inside, puts it up and in for two, and Tigers on the board first. 6:27 left in the first quarter.
And the Powell Panthers are going to face a man-for-man zone. We'll see here in a minute. I think it's a man-for-man zone. Quickly down the court, underneath. Wyneski travels with the ball for the Panthers. That's the first turnover for Powell. And the ball will go back to Lander, leading 2-0. 6:18 to go here in the first period of play. We're in Powell tonight. And bringing the ball down is Tendor. Tendor drives toward the baseline on the right side. Can't shoot there. Kicks it back out to Hansen. Back to Bell. Bell just outside the free throw line. Across the key it goes to Winfield. Winfield does a 360 move and looking for somebody to throw it to. And the ball is thrown away. Turnover Tigers all the way down the court. Laying it up is Campbell. And she is fouled. And we'll have an and one. And that was just ball control trouble by the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers couldn't find anywhere to go with the ball. It was just good defense by the Panthers, something we mentioned in the pregame, that they have one of the best team defenses in 3A play, allowing just under 40 points per game. Takes it coast to coast, draws the foul, and converts to and one.
The old-fashioned three-point play. Down court for the Lady Tigers is Ryan Bell. Ryan drives, dribble baseline, lays it up and in, and the Tigers regained the lead 4-3 on our Wild Today scoreboard. And there's a steal by Bell in the middle to Hansen. She lost the handle on it. Winfield gets it. Her shot's not good. Real aggressive rebound by Harvey. And we go the other way. The ball's knocked out of bounds by Winfield. Good defense that time by the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers took advantage of the Powell player napping on the inbound play there. I believe it was Campbell that wasn't quite ready for that inbound pass, and it was a good turnover for the Tigers. Unfortunately, they couldn't take advantage of it and get more points on the board.
Okay, Tigers in a man-for-man defense. Powell has the ball down in the forecourt now. Jacobson has it. Cross court it goes to Harvey. Harvey on top of the key. There's the drive up off not good by Jacobson. Rebounded by Hansen for the Tigers. Down court. Hansen lays it up. No, not good. She gets her own rebound off the glass, draws the foul. I think that was Stoffenberg that brought it down court, not Hansen.
Yes, Stoffenberg got the rebound, took it out, got her across half court, gave it down to Hansen in the low block. She tried to put it in on the left side, gets her own rebound, and both of them had just a little bit too much juice on them. Luckily, on the second attempt, she's able to draw the foul, and she'll go to the line for two.
Whitney Hansen, the senior, gets the first, and it's 5-3 on our WildToday.com scoreboard. Here's her next shot coming up, and it's also good. So she gets them both. Good thing, too, because I had marked it good before she shot the ball. So it's now 6-3 on our WildToday.com scoreboard here in Powell. Powell facing some half-court pressure. Down court, it's Campbell. She dishes it off, loses the basketball. It's on the floor. We have a held ball, and it's going to go to the Lander Tigers.
Yeah, just good defensive pressure. One thing that the Tigers do a really good job of is if they have one person that's starting to give the offensive players some guff, the weak side help comes over, and they do a really good job pouncing on the ball, getting the jump ball situation to where either they get possession of the ball or the offense has to reset for the other team.
Here's Ryan Bell off to Hansen. Hansen on the right side of the arc, gives it off to Tendor. She fires it across, but the bad pass, and it's picked off by Campbell. So Campbell gives it off to Harvey. Harvey brings it down on the left side, outside. Ball's knocked away, stolen away by the Lander Tigers, and that's Ryan Bell who gets it. She drives it in the corner. There's a shot from the corner. Three-pointer is good by Tendor. The first tray of the game.
That's just a great possession for the Tigers. Ryan Bell forcing the turnover with the steal. Takes it across half court, puts it in the corner to Tendor. Tendor wide open from the corner three. Tigers up 9-3.
Jacobson kicks it over to Harvey on top of the arc. Now on the far side it goes to Sage Kidd, who just came into the game. Back on top to Campbell. Campbell with it, does a 360, puts up a shot that's an air ball. Pulled out of the air by Winfield for the Tigers. Guarded very closely, but she does another 360 and breaks the press down underneath the basket. Kicks it off to Hansen. Hansen in the middle of the lane, lost the handle. Over to Tendor. Tendor has it now just outside the free throw line on the far side corner. Driving and a blocking foul as Whitney Hansen drives a blocking foul, and Lacey Harvey picks up her second personal foul. Coming into the game now for the Tigers is Layla Norris, and giving Tendor a well-deserved rest.
Tendor's been doing a good job on offense and defense. Active hands, as she always does, trying to get turnovers.
Hansen kicks the ball into Bell. Back over to Hansen now on the left wing, and she bounces the ball, takes a few steps backwards, now a few steps forward, looking for someone to dish it off to, and she throws the ball away. Turnover. Tigers all the way down the court is Harvey, and she's fouled as she goes to the basket.
You know, this early in the game, that's a good foul by Hansen. As it's a one-on-one. Harvey had the open drive into the bucket. Might as well make them reset and try to get a play developed from the inbound pass.
There's Jacobson in the lane. She can't shoot, so she kicks it outside to Harvey. Now with the ball, Wisniewski. Back over to Floy. Floy averages about 8 points a game. She hasn't scored yet in this contest. Harvey on the right side outside brings it across. There's a foul, second on Hansen, trying for a steal and hit her with the body instead.
And that's quick fouls in under 3 minutes for Hansen, as she will now take a seat and be replaced by Kiera Friday. One of those things that you don't want to see for the Tigers is get them in early foul trouble.
Maddie Campbell takes the inbounds pass. She's on top of the circle. Now on the near side to Harvey. Harvey dribbles it, passes over to Kidd. Kidd back over to Campbell. Campbell tries to drive, blocked out there. Back to Harvey. On the near side, there's a shot up, or not a shot up. There's the shot that goes up and good.
The Tigers are doing a little bit of a hybrid defense there. When they first set up, it looked like it was man-to-man, and then they kind of switched to a 3-2 zone. I'm not really sure what the defensive set is. Good pass.
Oh, there's a beautiful drive, and Demi Stoffenberg picks up the 2 points. That was a really nice pass, a great assist that time, and the Tigers go up 11-5 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Underneath the basket, there's a shot and one. Kaylin Floy finally gets her first basket of the game. It's going to count, and the personal foul is going to go against Demi Stoffenberg.
That'll be Stoffenberg's first foul as that last offensive set for the Tigers. Powell Panthers defensively are set up man-to-man with the Tigers being a perimeter team. All it takes is one good backdoor cut for them to be open and the low blocks. That free throw is missed. There's no defenders for the Powell Panthers in the paint. Demi Stoffenberg made a good block. Her teammate saw it, gave her the easy assist for the 2 points.
Here's Ryan Bell, kicks it out on the near side to Norris, and the ball's knocked away from the Tigers. That's their fourth turnover of the game, and Powell has a chance to cut into the lead. It's 11-7 Lander. Minute 17 to go in the first period. There's a shot up and blocked by Stoffenberg. Nice, beautiful block. Powell gets the rebound on that. On top of the key, Wisniewski has it. Wisniewski with a long ponytail looks to her left and kicks it over to Jacobson. Jacobson across court to Floy. Floy in the corner to Wisniewski, and now she passes it back on top of the key to Sage Kidd, who just hit that big three-point play on the other on this end of the court. So now we're down to 45 seconds to go here, first period. Lander leading 11-7. Near side, here's Jacobson. Jacobson dribbles to the top of the arc. Far side, Floy. Floy stops, travels. That's her third, or the Powell Panthers' third turnover.
And that's something that you see last week, that we'd seen last week against Jackson. But I think this time it's more the players not necessarily stopping when they want to, whereas last week in Jackson it seemed like that floor was really slippery. There's a lot of players on both sides, or both teams, that were sliding all over the place for the travels.
Less than a half a minute to go now. Ryan Bell is fouled as she makes a drive toward the basket. Personal foul is, that's going to be number 3 on Lacey Harvey, unofficially.
Got her for 2.
Well, they've got her for 2.
The other one was number 20. She got that last one.
Oh, Maddie Campbell, yeah. Yep. Okay. So the Tigers inbounded, and guess what? It's picked off. There's another steal, this time by the Tigers. We go the other way. 18 seconds left in the first half. There's Winfield. Winfield does a 360 in the lane, lays it up and in.
Nice move by Megan Winfield. Saw that her defender was laying back a little bit. Good little spin move. Open possession, or open opportunity for her to put it up and in for 2. As Tigers have an opportunity for the last possession. Just under 3 seconds left. See if they can get a half-court heave to go in here at the end of the first quarter.
And it's going to be Ryan Bell taking the ball out for the Lady Tigers. She has it tipped away, picked up by the Panthers. There's a shot way up, not good. The tip is up, not good. And that's where the period ends. The Lander Valley Lady Tigers 13 and the Powell Lady Panthers 7. We'll be back after this.
So many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis. Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Starting the second quarter, 8 minutes to go here, 13-7. Lander is in the lead, the Lady Tigers. And Josh, we've got the same officiating crew that we had last Saturday in Jackson.
Yeah, not only are we putting in the miles the past couple weeks, but this officiating crew is too. They were kind to both teams, and there wasn't a whole lot of places where there was questionable calls. So hopefully they continue that for this week. It's a good reffing crew. Always good to see that.
Maddie Campbell with the ball, kicks it over on the near side to Wisniewski. Out on top to Campbell. She launches a shot that's short, rebounded by Ryan Bell, and we go the other way. Just underway in the second period of play. Ryan Bell brings it down for the Tigers on the right wing. She drives the baseline under the basket, lays it up and in. Oh, what a nice drive by Ryan Bell.
Ryan Bell seeing the weak defense along the baseline there. She took advantage of it, picked her way through, and put it up and in for an easy 2.
Tigers have got them caught in the backcourt, and it is a 10-second violation. Nice defense by the Lady Tigers.
You know, that's something that Cyril talked about, having most of his players back. Granted, they aren't all 100% healthy, but at least has a full complement of bench players where they can be more aggressive on defensive end of the ball and put in that full court press, unlike they were able to do last week against Jackson.
Ryan Bell on top of the arc moves to the right-hand side, blocked out of the baseline, so she gives it off to, who is that? Is that Norris? No, that's, I can't read the number there, Josh. You're going to have to help me out.
Oh, yeah, it's Norris. It's Norris.
It's Norris. Okay, that's what I thought. Lander's got black numbers on green trimmed in white, but they're kind of hard to see here in this gym. The lighting isn't that great. Turnover Lander. their 6th of the game. And here's a long pass down court for the Powell Panthers. Jacobson has it on top of the key to Wisniewski. Now to Campbell. Campbell dribbles it on top of the arc, midway between the two lines there. And now back over on the near side to Kidd. Kidd pass far side outside. It goes to Floyd. Floyd back over to Wisniewski. Around the horn it goes now for the Powell Panthers. Campbell drives in and out, not good. Rebound pulled away by the Panthers' Floyd, so they keep control of the ball. Floyd has it under the basket, lays it up. Oh, it's way too long, and it'll go to the Tigers on the out-of-bounds play.
Tigers got a break on that one. They collapsed a little bit too much. Floyd was able to take it from the far side corner. Easy look inside from the low block, but she put a little too much on it. And Tigers will take advantage of that mistake and take it to the other side.
Oh, sorry, Tendor found Norris all alone. No, that's
Friday.
That's Friday. Kiera Friday all alone under the basket, and she got fouled as she tried to go up to the basket. That's the one thing about all these long ponytails. Sometimes you can't see the number.
Right.
On the girls' team. Okay, first free throw by Friday was not good. I was going to say Tendor is back in the game for the Lady Tigers.
And so is Stoffenberg. She replaces Winfield on that pause in the action.
Friday misses both, so Campbell with the rebound comes down for the Panthers. Dressed in their white home uniforms with orange letters and numbers trimmed in black. Here's Jacobson across the key it goes. New player coming in is Lauren Bennett. Bennett looks a little disheveled there. It's picked up, stolen by the Tigers. Bell down, or Tendor, and it'll go to the Panthers on the out of bounds. Or no, they're going to say Tigers. Well, I thought that was touched by Panthers, but
yeah, I thought he signaled that it was Panthers ball, but I guess he got overruled by the other two referees.
Here's the inbounds pass to Hansen. Hansen underneath Tendor. Tendor throws up a shot that's blocked. So Tigers will remain possession. 5:38 to go, second period, 15-7. There's the inbounds pass from Stoffenberg, comes in. Now with it is Friday. Back to Stoffenberg. Here we go. Tendor has it. She tries a bounce pass in the lane, one of my least favorite plays of all time. And the turnover gives it to the Powell Panthers. And now the Tigers steal it right back on the other end of the court. 5:17 to go. Hansen in the corner, off to Tendor. Tendor in the corner, back out to Hansen. Hansen calling some instructions now, wants some players to move around, back over to Tendor. Left side outside. There's a long pass to Stoffenberg outside the arc on the right wing. Stoffenberg looking for someone. Now she throws it, bounces it in the corner to Norris, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Tigers. Well, they're being patient, Josh.
They're definitely being patient, trying to find a gap there in that man-to-man defense by the Lady Panthers, and so far, they've done a great job of keeping the Tigers from scoring and also not leaking away too far to give them that open perimeter shot.
There's the inbounds pass to Norris, back to Tendor. She's at the free throw line, backs her way into the lane, makes a move, throws up a shot, and guess what? It goes in. Tendor now with 5 points in the game, and it goes 17-7, a 10-point lead by the Lady Tigers. Campbell, the playmaking guard for Powell, brings it down, gives it off to Jensen. In the middle, ball's knocked away. Turnover Powell. Lander has it. Down court quickly. Here is Tendor. Tendor at the baseline, blocked out there, turns around, moves it back out toward the arc. Now she's in the lane. She's got a lane. Lays it up and in. A great move by Tendor.
Great little isolation and hesitation move by Tendor. She gets her defender to leak back, does a little crossover move, takes in the lane. Up and in for two, forces Powell to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Tigers lead 19-7 here in the second quarter.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Lady Tigers with a 12-point lead here at Powell High School. A really nice school. This is a gym that's very similar to the one we saw last week in Jackson. It kind of has a rounded roof on it, kind of like the old Quonset huts. Bleachers on 3 sides of the floor here. And when time returns, we'll have the Powell Panthers with the ball. Jacobson kicks it into Campbell, and the Tigers go back on half-court defense. Campbell brings it down, right side, outside. Does some directions. Wasey Harvey with it. Kicks it on the near side. Shot up by Kidd for 2. And that's her second long 2 of the game, and that breaks the 6-0 scoring streak by Lander. There's the Tigers with the ball now on their side. Winfield has it, turnaround jump shot, rolls around and drops in. Megan Winfield with a great shot from the baseline.
He got the shooter's roll on that one. Turn around, put it up, and just lucky bounce. So far, the rim has been kind to the Lady Tigers here, even though they're in Powell.
21-9. Scoreboard here in Powell has the team with the lead with the green letters, green numbers on the scoreboard. So Landers, the colors, of course, are green, and they've got the scoreboard lead. And there's a shot up by Campbell that goes in, her 5th point of the game, and it's 21-11 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Tender back in the lane, kicks it out on the far side, driving in and can't score, out to Winfield. Winfield shot from the free throw line is nothing, and it rolls out of bounds. Kind of a weak shot there.
Yeah, a little bit of a heat check there for Winfield. She's had a couple of tough shots go in. She thought maybe she'd be able to get one to go in from the free throw line. It was just a good closeout by the Panther defender. Looks like there was a Panther that tipped that one as it went out of bounds. So it'll be Tiger possession.
Okay, here we go. It's Stoffenberg in on the near side to Tendor as Ryan Bell is back in the game. Tendor drives, hook shot is up, off, not good. Rebound for the Tigers is good. Yeah, and that is Norris who gets that one. Nice rebound. She set her position underneath the basket, got the rebound and put it back in. It's now 23-11. Powell Panthers with the far side. There's Campbell, long outside shot, hits the back of the iron, not good. Fight for the rebound is going to stay with the Powell Panthers. Tendor that time, Josh, tried to knock it off of a Powell player, but she was too far out of bounds.
Yeah, and there hasn't been a whole lot of three-point shot attempts by either side today. I think that's Powell's first or second attempt in the game. Tigers have had success scoring from inside in the paint, so might as well keep doing it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Here's Campbell off to Floy. Floy on the right-hand wing now. Kicks it back outside to Jacobson in the middle of the lane. Lost the ball. Kicks it back out, however, to Campbell. And they'll reset the play off to Harvey. Harvey, far side, Floy. Floy in the lane, loses the basketball, but gets it right back over to Kidd. Shot is up, not good. Rebounded by the Powell Panthers. She tight ropes the end line there. Off to Campbell. Back over to Harvey. Now back on top it goes to Jacobson, and we'll restart the play again. Over to Harvey. Harvey drives in the middle of the lane. Her shot is blocked, and they're going to call a blocking foul. I think she got him with the body that time, Josh.
Either got in with the body or maybe some contact on the arm. It's going to be Tendor who gets the foul for the hack on the arm. That'll send the Powell Panther player to the line for 2.
Okay, here we go. The free shot is up, and it is good. And I'm trying to see who that is. Oh, that's Harvey. She gets it. She'll get one more. 1:37 to go until halftime. Lander 23, Powell 12. Next shot is up, and nothing but net. So she gets the 2 free throws, and it's 23-13, a 10-point lead for Lander. Minute 37 to go here, and it will be Talene Tendor brings the ball down for the Lander Tigers on the right-hand wing. Stops just outside the arc, makes a move toward the baseline, backs her way into the lane, Fires it off now to Winfield. No, that's not Winfield. That's, is that 10? No, that's not. Oh, that's Ryan Bell. Sorry, having trouble seeing the numbers here. Gym lighting is not that great. And there's a turnover by the Tigers. Loss of the ball. Down court, Jacobson puts it up and not good, but she draws the foul. So Jacobson will have 2 charity shots here, and it'll be Tendor's first personal foul for Lander.
And that's the last foul to give for the Tigers. They're now at 6 team fouls. Luckily, there's only 65 seconds left here in the first half before the fouls reset. And the Powell Panthers are at 4 team fouls right now.
And the free throws in and out by Megan Jacobson. She averages 8.8 points a game and 4.3 rebounds. That free throw is not good. That's the second missed free throw. They're 2 for 4, now 2 for 5. And they get their own rebound. Powell gets the rebound off to Campbell. Campbell on top of the key, back to Jacobson. To Campbell now, and they're going to reset the play with a minute to go here in the first half of play. Far side to Floy. Floy in the corner on the left wing. Ball's taken away by the Lander Tigers. Nice defensive move that time. Here come the Tigers now. Down court, got an open look under the basket, and they did not shoot. Over to Norris, who does. Shots up, no, it's short. Ball's on the floor, rebounded by Floy of the Panthers, stolen away, and 2 points for the Lander Tigers. Nice play by Tendor, and she now has, 3, 5, 7, 9 points in the game with 18 seconds left here in the first half. Powell with the ball on the near side. It's Wisniewski. Underneath, another turnover. Great defensive hands by the Tigers. Winfield brings it down with 5 seconds to go. She fires a 3. It's good! Winfield, a tray at the buzzer. And the Lander Tigers go ahead and take a 28-13 lead here at halftime. Well, that was just a great hands play down here that got the Tigers the basketball.
Yeah, they're able to get a good steal, good possession, and give them plenty of time to put in the last shot before the halftime buzzer. Winfield saw an opening with 3 seconds left, and she puts in her three-point attempt. Tigers extend the lead 28-13 at half. We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be back with your halftime show here on KFCW 93.1 on their Facebook page as well as WYO Today YouTube.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County's school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Have a nice turnout of fans here from Lander that made the drive up to Powell this afternoon, and they've been nice and loud with their cheering for the Lander Tigers. So it's always nice to see the home folks come and support the teams on the road, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, and it gives them a good excuse to get out of town for a day or two, as there's a lot of parents that come out as well as alumni, and I see a couple faculty members who just happen to have kids participating as well, so it's a good turnout.
Lander outscored the Powell Panthers 13-7 in the first period of play and outscored them 15-6 in that second period of play, and that's where we are at halftime, 28-13 for the Lander Tigers. Talene Tendor has 9 points for the Tigers to lead all scorers. She has a tray and 3 field goals. 4 points in the game each by Demi Stoffenberg and Ryan Bell, all on field goals. 2 points by Layla Norris on a field goal. 2 points by Whitney Hansen, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 7 points by Megan Winfield. She has a tray right there at the end of the half, and 2 field goals for her 7 points. Kiara Friday, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Lander has only attempted 2 free throws, or 4 free throws, Josh. So it's been a pretty clean game, as you mentioned in the pregame show.
Yeah, the Powell Panthers are definitely a clean defensive team. They produce a lot of turnovers, but they also do it with good presence and not a lot of hacking against their opponents. So Tigers need to take advantage of the free throws that they do get. Luckily for them, they didn't get into foul trouble on their side of the ball as well. I believe there's only 2 players for the Tigers that have 2 fouls so far, and overall there's 16 fouls in the first half, so it's been a good, clean game by both sides.
And looking at the shooting, the Tigers have put in 2 3-point shots from outside the arc. They're 2 for 4 from the free throw line. No 3-pointers by the Powell Panthers. They're 3 for 6 from the free throw line. Turnovers, Lander has 9 and Powell has 10. So this game is beginning to look like it's going to be pretty even. What do you see in store for the second half? More of the same?
More of the same, as well as, the Tigers have done a really good job finding the breaks on the backside as well as along the baseline. They've scored a lot from inside 15 feet, and they've scored a lot inside the paint. They've had a couple of 3-pointers go in for them, but so far they've kind of flipped the script of what they've been doing thus far in the season of perimeter shooting and kind of the isolation outside shots. Right now they're driving inside, they're getting in the lane, they're finding some open layups and getting easy points.
And right after this game, we'll have the Lander Tiger boys going up against the Powell Panther boys. Lander comes into this game 2-6 on the boys' side, and the Panthers are 4-5. And again, as Coach Stoffenberg says, and as Coach Stu Mullins also indicates, the Tigers have been playing some really tough competition in the 4A ranks, and they did that deliberately, Josh, so they could be ready for the conference season.
Yeah, definitely not a cupcake schedule there for the Tigers, both the girls and the boys. They did a lot of looking at finances and logistics and seeing that it was going to cost a lot to go to the regular invite tournaments that they usually go to. So they decided to go in with the 4A ranks. It helped with the scheduling from last year with COVID, as well as this year with the way that things worked out. So it, like you said, it's tougher competition. They had to find some strengths and weaknesses within themselves against that tougher competition, and that just helps set you up for teams that are more on your level, that have the same amount of participants as well as the same size. So Tigers should be able to use what they've learned against that tough competition in the quote-unquote preseason and utilize that and put it into their conference play.
Halftime score, the Lady Tigers 28 and the home-standing Powell Lady Panthers 13. And we'll be back with more of the second half after we listen to these.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Well, it's halftime, and the Lander Lady Tigers are up on top 28-13 over the Powell Lady Panthers here at Powell. Really nice turnout here, and we were just talking about that the color scheme here. It seems like the Landers' numbers are much harder to see on the north end of the floor here than they are on the south end of the floor. I'm not sure why that is. They don't have direct lighting on the floor here. The lights are fluorescent, and they bounce off of the roof beams. So it's indirect lighting, which makes it just a little bit darker than usual.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, obviously, we'll do the best that we can to get the numbers to you correctly for the Tigers. We do have the aid of the scoreboard here, just like in Jackson. Scoreboard here in Powell has the players listed that are on the floor, so we'll use that assistance of the technology of the facilities here.
Lander will have the ball to start the second half of play, the third quarter of 8 minutes, and here comes Tendor for the Tigers off to Ryan Bell. She goes across the lane, gives it off to Hansen for two. No, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers back into the Ryan Bell, who lays it up and in. Boy, that was a really nice recovery by the Tigers, and Ryan Bell gets it, and it's now 30-13, largest lead of the game by Lander. Harvey brings it down for the Panthers, off to Jacobson. On top of the key, Campbell has it. She's the great defensive player for the Powell Panthers. She's on the left wing now, midway between the two lines, kicks it out to Harvey. Harvey tries to drive the baseline, can't do it. Back out to Campbell. Campbell on the right wing. Now looks to the right again. Throws it underneath the basket to Jacobson. Jacobson loses the basketball to the Tigers. 11th turnover. And Lander brings the ball quickly down court, coast to coast. Bell, and she draws the foul. Nice drive by Ryan Bell.
Just another quick hands play opportunity for Talene Tendor. She gets her hand in there, able to break the ball loose. Tigers come and help her out, get the steal. Ryan Bell takes it coast to coast after that, puts it up, draws the foul. She'll go to the line for two.
And that's the third foul on Wacy Harvey. And the free throw is not good. And she'll get one more. And Harvey comes out of the game, bringing in the replacement, Sage Kidd. So Ryan Bell's second free throw attempt here, 1 of 2. She gets that one. So she scores 1 of 2, and it's 31-13. On our WRTA bus lane, on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. It's kind of hard to break an old habit, you know.
Yep.
Here we go. Down court, Wisniewski can't shoot, gives it off to Floyd. Floyd drives it across the key over to Campbell, who's just outside the arc. Now she moves inside. The ball's knocked away. Turnover, number 12. Tigers have a 2-on-2 break. Down court, it's Hansen. Her shot doesn't go. Rebound is on the floor, picked up by Floyd for Powell. Race down the floor. She loses the ball out of bounds. It was knocked out of bounds by Tendor. Nice move by Tendor.
Good defensive pressure there for the Tigers. The first 2 possessions for the Powell Panthers in this second half have resulted in turnovers. Tigers are doing good with their defensive grip as they have an unforced error to the Lady Panthers. She steps on the end line, and that forces the head coach for the Powell Panthers to take a timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds right after this.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-3941 today. That's 332-3941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Well, the Powell High School band. It's the first time we've had a band playing with our basketball program this year, so it's kind of fun to hear that music during the break. The timeout is over, and the Lander Tigers bring it down the court. It's Tendor, gives it off to Hansen. Hansen, there's a handoff to Ryan Bell, back over to Tendor. Tendor drives the lane, puts up a shot, not good, rebounded. She gets her own rebound, and the ball's knocked away from her. 10th turnover by Lander. So we go the other way with just under 6 minutes to go here in the third period. It's Floy. Floy, far side, outside to Wisniewski. Wisniewski at the free throw line, throws it in the corner, nearly missing it was Floy. She picks it up, kicks it back out to Wisniewski. Now to Campbell, the playmaking guard on top of the key. Campbell back to Wisniewski. Far side, Floy. Floy can't shoot. Near side, Campbell. Campbell now tries to drive in, kicks it on the other side to Kidd. Her shot is way too long. Doesn't even draw iron. Rebounded by Ryan Bell, and she's fouled as she goes to the basket on that court from one end to the other. What do we call that?
Coast to coast.
Coast to coast. West coast to east coast. Here we go.
There you go. And so far for the Powell Panthers starting this second half, they have yet to put in a basket here almost 3 minutes into the third period as Bell takes it coast to coast. She kind of throws up the prayer on the hook shot as she drew the contact. Luckily, she put up the same time she was hacked. She'll go line for 2. She missed the first one. Tigers, the leading free throw shooting team in 3A. So far, they have not quite owned up to that bid in this contest.
And the second one is not good as well. Megha Jacobson, and we have a held ball. Really nice move that time by Stoffenberg. And the alternating possession arrow goes to Powell, so they'll retain possession. Nice hustle on that rebound by Stoffenberg. Tigers putting on a little half-court pressure. It's easily blocked. Jacobson has it. Not blocked, but broken. Here's Campbell. Campbell on top of the key. Far side to Harvey, who's back in the game with 3 fouls. Oh, that was almost a reach in there by Tendor. Back on the near side by Floy. And we have a steal. Nice steal by the Lander Tigers, and it's returned as the outlet pass was just a little bit too long. And Powell gets it right back. Here's Campbell. Campbell on the far side outside, midway between the two lines. Dribbles it to her right. And moves to the right to Jacobson. Jacobson standing with the ball, gives it to Harvey. Harvey, on the near side to Floy. Back over to Campbell now. They're going to start the play over again with Jacobson. Jacobson inside the arc has the ball knocked away, but it's picked up by Kidd. Now to Floy. Back on the near side. Jacobson has it. There's a pass underneath, out of bounds, and the Tigers will have it. That is the 15th turnover by the Powell Panthers.
And that was just quick hands there by the Tiger defender. She's able to get in the passing lane, gets a tip on it, and the Powell Panther player on the baseline that was trying to collect it does put her fingertips on it. Tigers get it, and now they have not only extended their lead, but the Powell Panthers still scoreless halfway through this third quarter.
And we do have less than 4 minutes to go. As Josh mentioned, we're halfway through. Here's Tendor. Tendor at the baseline, dribble drive, throws up a shot, not good. She gets her own rebound, tries to dribble out of there. She gets the ball, kicks it out to Hansen. Hansen in the lane, set shot is up, off, not good. And the rebound goes to Floyd. Outlet pass to Campbell. Campbell has one player to beat, stops, shoots, hits. Nice drive by Maddie Campbell. And it's 31-15 now. The scoring drought is over for the Powell Panthers. Here comes the Tigers. Hansen, just throws up a prayer. It's not answered from the middle of the lane. Powell gets the rebound with Campbell bringing it down court. Underneath it goes to Jacobson, and she is fouled by Tendor over the back underneath the basket. Tendor's second personal foul.
And that last basket for the Powell Panthers put an end to a scoring drought for both teams, as we went about 2 minutes between baskets for either squad here in the third quarter.
Kidd has the ball out to Campbell. She launches a long one that's an air ball, and it's tipped out of bounds by Lander. So Powell will retain possession. Now coming back into the game is Ryan Bell, and coming out is Norse. 2:55 to go, third period. Lander Valley 31 and Powell 15. Inbounds pass knocked away. Quick move there by Winfield, knocked the ball away. It'll retain possession to the Panthers, and Campbell this time takes it out. Campbell slaps the basketball. Throws it in, and it's stolen away by the Tigers. Winfield. Nice grab by Winfield. She brings it all the way down the court. Off to Tendor. Tendor does a 360. Can't shoot. Now over. No, that was Tendor there. That must have been Bell. And Winfield for a three.
Yeah,
nice play.
Sorry about that. Early on that
right.
play, they put it inside, and then the Panthers knew that they've been getting beat on the low block. So as soon as they had it inside 15 feet, you had three defenders close in on Tendor there on the low block, and that gave the perimeter shooters an opening. Tigers just did a little half circuit around the perimeter. Winfield was open at top of the key. She puts it up and in for three. Her second made three-pointer in the contest, and Tigers are putting it to the Powell Panthers here in the third quarter, albeit it's been a defensive battle on both sides. So far, Tigers have been able to connect just a few more times than Powell has, as Powell's only made 2 points so far in the second half.
Lander will have the basketball when time comes back in, leading 34-15 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. I apologize, it's Powell's ball. There's the inbounds, and looking at full court pressure here by the Tigers, and Harvey brings it down. She avoids the half-court trap. Down to Kidd. Kidd bounces it on top to Campbell, who dribbles it to the left. Now bounce pass over to Jacobson, who almost lost it. Back over to Campbell. Campbell makes a move to the right, kicks it out on top now to Harvey. Back over to Campbell on the right wing. She drives the baseline, puts up a soft shot, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Winfield gets it, and she comes down the court into the timeline. Stops, loses the basketball. Oh, she lost the dribble on that one. Turnover Tigers, their 12th. Minute 54 to go here, period 3, 34-15. Nice lead by Lander. In the corner is Kidd. On the far outside, Kidd on top of the key to Harvey. Harvey on the near side goes back to Campbell. Almost a steal that time by Hansen. Jacobson's got it now. Jacobson back on the far side to Kidd. Kidd dribbles it across the key in the corner. Campbell launches a three. It's in and out. Not good. Off Powell and out of bounds. And Lander will have it. Well, the gravity wasn't very kind to Campbell that time.
No, you would think that there might be a little home court advantage with the rims here in Powell, but so far, all the kind rolls have gone to the Tigers and not to the Panthers.
Okay, Lander comes down. Stoffenberg for 2 and 1. Demi will go to the free throw line to shoot free throws, and the Tigers go up now by 36 22-15. Demi at the free throw line for the Tigers. She has 6 points and now stays at 6 as the free throw goes away. Knocked out of bounds by Stoffenberg. Nice defensive move that time, Josh, and the ball got knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, the Tigers are doing a real good job having active defensive hands as well as being clean while they're doing so. 6 team fouls in the first half, and so far, with 60 seconds left here in the third quarter, you only have 1 team foul.
Harvey on top of the key, gives it off on the near side, Jacobson, and the ball is stolen away. Another turnover by the Tigers. The ball's on the floor, a held ball, and this one will go to Lander on the alternating possession. Nice hustle on the far side there. Under a minute to go now, period 3. Lander leading by 21 points on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Down court, the Tigers come. There's Ryan Bell in the lane, hands it off to Hansen. Hansen drives the baseline, backs back out beyond the arc, gives it off to Tendor. She's open for 3 and nails it. Tallying Tendor with her second tray of the game, and it's now 39-15.
That's the one problem with man-to-man defense. When a team goes in motion like that where all your players are moving, your defenders will kind of get lost in their cross-court coverage, and you'll have a person open in the corner. Tigers took advantage of it with the open 3, and they extend their lead to 24 points.
Tendor knocks the ball out of bounds on the Powell side of the court. 12 seconds to go here. Their inbounds pass to Campbell. She looks like she wants a 3. And she moves in, kicks it back outside to Jacobson in the lane. She can't shoot. There's to Harvey. Harvey launches a shot and is fouled. With 0.8 of a second to go, she'll get 3 free throw attempts. Personal foul is Tendor, and that's her second personal foul. So Harvey, who has only 2 points in the game, but she's also 2 for 2 from the line, eyes the hoop, and no, she misses it. Well, now she's 2 for 3. 0.8 of a second to go. Not much time to do anything except an inbounds pass. The next free throw is up and good. This one's nothing but nylon. So she now has 3 points in the game, and it goes 16-39. That breaks a nice 5-point scoring run by the Tigers. Next shot, not good. That's the end of the period. And after 3 periods of play, the Lander Lady Tigers 39 and the Powell Panthers 16.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Well, Lander outscores Powell 11-3 in that period, Josh. Not much offense here for Powell.
No, definitely not a lot of offense, as well as the Tigers have beaten the mark already in 3 quarters that the Powell Panthers have given up on average against a team so far this year. They're averaging 37 points allowed per game. Tigers already have 39. Tigers doing a lot better defensively against these Powell Panthers.
Tallying Tendor with 12 points in the game, and Megan Winfield with 10. Ball goes out on the shot on the Powell end of the floor, and it'll be Lander's ball in the backcourt. Play just underway, 4th period. Here comes Tendor for the Lady Tigers. Off to Winfield. Winfield in the lane, does a 360, doesn't shoot. Back to Tendor. outside the arc. Now she drives, stops inside the lane. Better get out of there. Yep, the 3-second count was on. On top to Winfield now. Winfield moves to the right-hand side, the right wing. Gives it off to Tendor, or to Ryan Bell, rather. Back to Winfield, to Bell, to Tendor. Layup by Tallene is good. Nice move, nice floor work by the Lander Tigers. A lot of good passing there.
Again, putting in that motion play. Everybody cycles around the top of the key on the perimeter. Wait till there's an opening. Tigers do just that, get an easy 2. As Stoffenberg tries to poke away for another steal, it'll still be Powell basketball right at half court.
1 tick under 7 minutes to go here in this game at Powell. Lander leading 41-16 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Here's Campbell looking for someone to throw it to. She wants to get it to Harvey, now does. Harvey on the right wing, goes halfway down to the baseline, turns around. Back to Campbell from the outside. She looked like she wanted a 3 and fakes one there off to Harvey in the corner. Back out on top now to Floy. Floy back over to Harvey. Harvey in the corner. Campbell finds a little opening on the lane. Shot is up, in and out, not good. Rebound by the Lady Tigers. Nice rebound by Demi Stoffenberg. Stoffenberg gives it on to Tendor. Tendor is fouled as she drives the lane.
Great rebound by Stoffenberg. As we mentioned earlier in the pregame show before this contest, Demi is just about averaging a double-double. She averages just over 13 points a game and has 9.5 rebounds per game. I don't think she's quite hit that mark in this contest, but doing what she needs to do to be productive on the inside for the Lady Tigers.
There's a nice shot by Stoffenberg for 3, and she now has 9 points in the game. And it goes 44-16 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard.
Lady Tigers shooting lights out from the perimeter tonight.
Underneath the basket, shots up, off, not good by Powell. Rebound goes to Norris. Norris has it now. There's the pass to Tendor. Tendor drives the baseline, or drives the lane, stops, kicks it back out with the ball. Is Ryan Bell. She throws up a shot, not good, and it rebound goes to Harvey. That ball just didn't have enough oomph. Long pass down court is stolen away. That is the 18th turnover by the Lady Panthers. Down court, Winfield almost lost it, gives it to Stoffenberg on top of the key to Tendor. Tendor launches a 3 ball. It's off the back of the iron. Not good. Lander rebounds. Tip is up, off, not good. And Campbell comes away with it for the Powell Panthers. 5 minutes left in this game. There's a drive by Campbell, and that's going to be an defensive foul. I'm sorry, blocking foul underneath the basket on Ryan Bell, and that's her first foul tonight, Josh.
Yeah, Ryan Bell's done a really good job with the defensive pressure as well as setting up her teammates for the open looks. She's also taken advantage of there being open lanes for herself when she has the ball, putting up and in. She's close to double figures with 7 points. Right now, Powell Panthers have 4 team fouls. Tigers have 3 team fouls. About 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, both teams playing a very clean game.
Wisniewski comes back into the game along with Blake Nissen. Second free throw is good, so she gets 1 of 2, and it's 44-16, just under 5 minutes to go in the game. Ryan Bell brings it down on the far side, stops on top of the arc, off to Hansen. Hansen on the left wing, now kicks it across the circle, goes over to Bell. Now whistle and a reach-in foul is going to be called. Is that Harvey's 4th foul? Let's see here. Yeah, it's Harvey's, or is that 20?
That's 20.
That was 20. That's her 3rd foul. Maddie Campbell, a reach-in there. And there's Winfield. Bounce pass in with the ball on the near side is Norris. There's a 3-pointer that goes up by Winfield. Megan Winfield with her 3rd 3-pointer of the game. And it's now 47-17, a 30-point lead by Lander. Good teamwork on that time. Here's Campbell. Campbell drives the lane, puts up a left-handed shot, not good. Rebounded by Harvey for Powell. Kicks it out underneath the basket. Jacobson, her shot's good. her first basket.
Tigers caught napping there on the offensive rebound. There's great dribble drive by the Powell Panthers, seeing the open lane, puts it up and in for 2.
On the far side now, and kicking it back out on top. Norris has it. Bounce pass over to Winfield. Winfield, she tried to hit Ryan Bell, but Bell cut left instead of right. And the turnover is the Tigers' 13th. 3:40 to go in this contest. Driving the ball is Jacobson on the dribble drive. She can't shoot. Ball's knocked away. Picked up by Campbell. Powell retains possession. She moves to the right-hand side. Now she's going to call a play. Moves to the left side. Now she's looking right again, but behind her to Jacobson. Jacobson tries to back her way into the lane. She's blocked out there. On top, Campbell for 3, and it's going to be a 2. Campbell gets 2, and she now has 10 points in the game. And the Panthers have scored on 2 consecutive trips down the floor. It's still 47-21. 3 minutes to go. Whistle, and we have a 5-second call on the far side. That's a turnover. Lander, their 14th.
Yeah, too much dribbling back and forth and not enough north and south. That's one of those things. Without a shot clock in high school basketball, if you do not advance the ball further up the court within 5 seconds, you will get called for that, for going too much side to side and not up and down. So looks like there might be a little discussion on that call as well. Little confusion. So each team will go to their respective benches. It looks like the Tigers have put in a few players that I haven't seen in a bit as reserves are going in. Maybe some JV players getting some time.
Yeah, Bell came out, Hansen came out, and Winfield came out. And in for the Lander Tigers, we have, let's see, I'm going to have to go to the roster for this. We have a 34. Do we have someone not in the scorebook? We might have a technical against Lander here if they don't have one of the players in the scorebook. Coming in for the Lady Tigers was Aslan Donahue. Also coming in, it's a technical foul against Lander. Somebody filled out the scorebook wrong and didn't include one of the Tiger numbers, so we're going to have free throws on the other end. So Donahue is in for Lander, and also coming in for the let's see, Demi's already in there. Here's Campbell at the free throw line. She's 1 for 2, and she hits that one, and that goes 47-22. She's hit 2 consecutive free throws, and now 3 in a row. And she'll have to go to the sideline now. 47-23 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. 2:57 to go in this game. Inbounds pass comes from Harvey into Campbell. Campbell just moves it on the right-hand wing now. Goes on the far side to Wisniewski. Wisniewski over to Jacobson. She'll try to drive the baseline. Players on the floor, and we have a foul going to be called, blocking foul on Lander, Taylene Tendor. That'll be her 3rd personal foul. Powell gets the ball on the outside into Harvey. Across, now to Wisniewski, back over to Campbell. She's blocked at the lane there. Kicks it back out to Wisniewski. 2:28 to go in the game now. Not much urgency here by this Powell team. There's Jacobson. Can't drive the lane. She's triple teamed, and we have a foul called on Lander, I think, underneath the basket. It's on 14, 24. Oh, it's on Kira Friday, 24. So both teams have now 5 fouls. 2:17 to go in the game. Powell will take it out of bounds. Harvey inbounds it to Nissen. Nissen back on the near side. Harvey has it now. She dribbles it across the arc. Far side, outside it goes to Wambach. Wambach just in the game. Now over to Bennett. Bennett in the corner. She just entered the game as well. With it is Wambach. Minute 57 to go. They're trying to penetrate the Lander zone, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Tendor, and that'll be her 4th.
Great job there by Tendor, anticipating that there's going to be the pass there on the perimeter. She's able to get the position, but unfortunately she put her hand on the arm of the Powell defender instead of the ball. She'll come out of the game, be replaced by Norse. So far, or right now on the floor for the Tigers, you have Darian Bell, Demi Stoffenberg, Layla Norse, Kiera Friday, and Aislinn Donahue.
Minute 45 to go in the game. Powell with the basketball. It's Wambeck. There's a lot of Wombecks up at Rocky Mountain High School, or Burlington. I'm trying to remember which school that is, but here we have one in Powell. There's Wambeck again. Gives it off to Bennett. Bennett on the near side. Nissen has it. Over to Wineski. She almost lost the ball. 1:20 to go. And now Nissen moves it in the lane. Bounce pass outside. Goes to Wambeck. Wambeck throws it in the middle of the lane. Double teamed there is Bennett. She can't get away with it. So there's Floy. Floy puts it up and in and one. So Floy gets the basket. And she'll have 1 to go, and the personal foul is going to go against Donahue, her first personal foul. And now, coming out of the game is Demi Stoffenberg with 63 ticks to go in the game. Here is the free throw now. There's the shot up, off, not good. Oh, no! Oh, she almost, Lander almost scored a basket for Powell. That was Donahoe, and thank goodness she missed it. And Coach Stoffenberg is laughing over on the near side. Lander retains possession. Just under a minute to go now. Here comes Tendor down the court, lays it off the glass. Not good. Rebound on the floor. Goes to Wambeck. Wambeck, 39 seconds to go. Double teamed on the far side. We'll have a held ball, and this one will stay with the Lander Tigers as the alternating possession goes to the south end of the floor here.
Aislinn just wanted that extra rebound, that's all. She wanted 2 in one possession. She was laughing. Coach was laughing. We're all good.
Thank goodness she missed the layup, though.
Right.
Otherwise, that would have been 2 for Powell. Whistle, and we have a player control foul underneath the basket. No, 3-second zone, right?
I'm not sure.
He held up 3, and we don't have a player with 3 out there. So
yeah.
I think it was a 3-second zone violation. First one tonight with 23 seconds to go. Wisniewski with the ball for the Panthers, down to 15 seconds to go. Has the double team there. Gets it out to Bennett. Bennett on the near side to Floy. Floy in the lane. Bounce pass behind her to Bennett. There's a shot up that's blocked. Lander gets the rebound. It's a 2-on-2 break. That's the end of the game. And the final score, the Lander Valley Lady Tigers 47 and the Powell Lady Panthers 25.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
Hi, I'm Tom from Fremont Therapy Group, and we're going to be talking about running analysis. Running analysis has 3 components to it. Obviously, you look at the running part. That's kind of the gait pattern, looking at how well they strike the ground. The next part looks at how strong they are, their legs, also how flexible they are. There's certain muscles that become tight the more you run. And then the last part, it's looking at how well you move. So you're looking at ways to help you reduce your chance of injury. Come on in, you're gonna love it. We'll get you on the treadmill and start the process.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up!
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers basketball on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Back again at Powell, final score, the Lander Valley Lady Tigers 47 and the Powell Lady Panthers 25. And Lander was outscored in that final period 9-8, but they had a pretty big lead. Taking a look at the individual scoring for Lander, Taylene Tendor ended up with 14 points. Demi Stoffenberg had 9, Ryan Bell 7, Megan Winfield had 13, and 2 points each for Layla Norris and Whitney Hansen. For the Powell Lady Panthers, only one player in double figures. That was Maddie Campbell. She came in with 12, 4 points each by Sage Kidd and Caitlin Floyd. 3 points in the game by Wasey Harvey, and Megan Jacobson added 2 points. That's the story of the girls' game. Lander goes to 6-3 on the season, and the Powell Panthers go to 5-5.
And 1-0 in conference.
And 1-0 in conference.
1-0 in conference.
That's the big number there. 1-0 in conference. And we're going to have the boys' game coming up next here on KFCW and KFCW Facebook and YO Today YouTube. Right after we listen to this.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Back again here in Powell. We're getting ready for the boys' game, and we have one more item to take care of from the Lady Tigers, Josh, and our player of the game from YOToday.com goes to Taylene Tendor, leading scorer, and she had a really good floor game today.
She did on both sides of the ball. She was very active on the defensive side of the ball. She was able to collect some assists as well, setting up her teammates. And just great shooting from the inside. I believe all of her points were, except I think she had 1 3. All of them except for one basket were inside the perimeter, which is something that the Tigers have tried to develop, both boys and girls. So she will get the player of the game as we switch gears here and go from the girls' post-game show to the boys' pre-game show. As we do that, I was able to catch up with head coach Stu Mullins earlier this afternoon as he discussed the matchup between the Tigers and the Panthers. All right, I'm here with head boys basketball coach Stu Mullins for the Tigers. Coach, coming into quadrant and conference play, going against the Powell Panthers, you have a couple players that are averaging really well in scoring as well as rebounds. What are you expecting from this Powell team?
Yeah, you're right. They got 4 guys in double figures, and they're all young. I think all of them might be sophomores except one. Yeah, I mean, they've competed really well against some really good teams. They've dang near beat Rollins. They almost beat Buffalo. They took Wind River to town the other day, and we'll have our hands full. I think it's a very evenly matched team. Both teams haven't shot it very well. I think they're shooting 21% from 3, and we're shooting like 26. So it's a big game for standings, and getting off on the right foot. It would be sure a lot of fun if we could come in here and find a way to win.
And talking about the shooting percentage, both teams are in the lower half of 3A, but the defense for this Powell team is second best in 3A. How do you expect your boys to be able to go through, beat that defensive prowess, and be able to get better shots?
Yeah, that'll be the question. You know, we've played majority of 3A teams or 4A teams and against length, and so we've struggled mainly on the defensive end. If you look at our percentages and stuff like that, we're still giving up. Almost every team that we play has scored 50% or higher field goal percentage, and so that just has to change at some point if we're going to be able to compete consistently in games. And you're right, they're always tough and rugged. I mean, they have 3 sport athletes here that play football and soccer and basketball, and it shows. They're always extremely well coached and very tough on the defensive end, and so it'll be kind of a let's find out and see where we're at after playing a very difficult non-conference schedule.
And with the offense, looking at the statistics from last week, so far Tissot Gwena is the leading setup man in the state right now in 3A. What are some things that you're expecting from him as he's kind of been the playmaker on the offense?
He's still got to score more for us. And early on we weren't getting him as many shots as we needed to, and now he's starting to get 13, 14, 15 shots, which we need him to shoot. And I think for all of us, sometimes you just need a spark offensively and things will start to fall for you. I hope that's the case for us. But I think there's a big game in store for him at some point here, and Brennan scored well for us last week off his first game coming back, and we need another guy, and we just don't know who that is yet. And somebody that can score 8 to 12 points a game for us would make a huge difference. And so hopefully we'll get that. We've got some guys that definitely could step into that role, but we're just going to need it, if we're going to be able to compete consistently.
And with the team, health-wise, along with the rest of the country and the state, a lot of kids are getting sick. How's the team looking right now?
We've had a lot of sickness in the last month, and I would say this is probably the healthiest we've been. The girls are not in the same boat, but we've been really lucky, I guess, up to this point, to be able to continue to play, and guys have stayed pretty healthy or have been sick and got over it pretty well, and so we're full board to go tonight, so that'll be good.
All right, Coach, appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back to Powell, as the Powell Panthers and Elander Tigers are getting prepared for their matchup against each other in the boys contest now. In that interview with Stu Mullins, he did say that so far they've had struggles on defense, and the stats do echo that. Lander is ranked the second worst defense in 3A, allowing 60 points per game, and has the highest opponent's field goal percentage, allowing 51% of the opponent's field goals to be made. On the opposite side, the Powell Panthers have 2 top 10 scorers in 3A West, with Zach Ratcliffe at number 5, averaging 13 points per game, and Gunnar Erickson at number 7, averaging 12 points per game. And on the boards, the Panthers come in with a huge advantage for rebounds. They have 2 top 10 rebounders in 3A, with Torrin Graham coming in at number 2 with 8 rebounds per game, and Gunnar Erickson with 7 rebounds per game, putting him 4th in 3A. And the Powell Panthers are averaging 10 rebounds more than the Tigers. They actually have the second best rebounding team in 3A with 33 boards a game, and Lander is last in 3A with 23 boards per game, just something that we've noticed for a while for both teams, or so far in the contest for the Tigers. Unfortunately, they have not been able to put things together on the inside, as they've had not only tough competition with 4A squads, but also because of the size advantage that those 4A squads have had, they've had issues with that. And it looks like we're just about getting ready for the matchup between Tigers and the Panthers. We'll go ahead and go with our Sutherland starting lineups. We will start with the Powell Panthers, wearing number 3, the senior Keaton Roughton. He is a guard. Wearing number 10 is the sophomore Trey Stenerson. He will be starting at guard. Number 20 is Zach Ratcliffe, the senior, who is the guard. And number 30 is Gunnar Erickson, the sophomore starting guard. And the last starter is Torrin Graham, the senior forward. It looks like they're going to do the national anthem again, so we'll be back right after this.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
And we're back in Powell as the Panther Band provided the national anthem before the boys contest. We'll continue where we were at with our Sutherland starting lineups, and we will do it for your Lander Tigers. Starting at number 2, the junior Carter Ayers will be the guard. Starting senior number 3, Kellen Donahue will be the guard, as well as number 5, Tanner Bird, senior, will be down low in the forward position. Number 11, the senior Tisso Gwina, the number 1 setup man in Class 3A in the state, averaging 4 assists per game. He will start in the third guard position. And your final starter for your Lander Tigers, number 23, the junior Brennan Stoffenberg, who is coming off that sickness, had a good matchup against Jackson. It looks to continue that as we are getting ready for the matchup between the Panthers and the Tigers. Ernie, coming into this one, it looks like it's going to be stiff competition inside. See if the Tigers can get the advantage on the rebounds, and as Stu Mullins has continued to echo to his team, hope those shots can go in and keep putting them up.
Well, they've got a couple of players who are averaging in the double figures. Zach Ratliff, wearing number 20 tonight, averages 13 points a game. We also have Gunnar Erickson averaging 12 points a game, and 2 players averaging 10 points a game, and that's Torrin Graham and let's see, where's the other one? Brock Johnson. So they've got 4 players who score in the double figures, and as you heard Coach Stu Mullins say, Lander needs 1 more of those to come through. So we're getting ready to go. Brennan Stoffenberg, with his brand new hairstyle, is out at the center jump court. Are those dreadlocks?
Yeah, it looks like he may have some cornrows going on.
Yeah, cornrows, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, so cornrows there, and it'll be Stoffenberg going up in the jump circle against Zach Ratliff. They're both about the same height, and Lander wins the toss. It goes over to Donahue Tigers kick it over to Tissot-Gwinnett, going left to right here on the Panthers gym floor. Back to Tissot-Gwinnett, over to Stoffenberg, fakes the shot, moves in to Ayers. Ayers in the corner, back over to Stoffenberg, to Gwinnett. Gwinnett just outside the arc, kicks it back out on the far side to Ayers, to Donahue. Now to Tanner Bird in the middle. They're playing a weave here. There's a 3-ball that's up off not good by Stoffenberg. The rebound goes on the floor, and it's picked up by Stenerson. Stenerson down court to Brock Johnson. Johnson underneath the basket. 2 points for Stenerson, and the Powell Panthers take the first lead in the game, 2-0. Just 1 minute gone here in the first period of play. Here's Carter Ayers, gives it off on the near side to Donahue. Donahue in the corner. Ayers was open for 3 and traveled. First turnover by the Tigers. Quick-paced game so far.
Quick pace so far, and I think the Tigers are a little bit gun-shy. They've had a couple of wide-open opportunities that they have decided not to take here early in the contest.
Gunnar Erickson with the ball now, kicks it over to Ratliff. Ratliff underneath to Johnson. Johnson has the ball picked his pocket, and the Tigers get it on the turnover. Stoffenberg down court to Donahue. On top to Stoffenberg now, over to Tanner Bird. Tanner Bird at the free throw line, gives it to Stoffenberg to Gwinnett. Gwinnett drives the lane, has a bit of an opening, puts up a shot. No, not good. Just a little bit short on that one. Rebound comes away to the Panthers' Gunnar Erickson. Down court, ball's knocked away, and we have a whistle. And the personal foul is going to be on Tissot. First personal foul. They say he shoved underneath the baseline. A lot of physical contact underneath there in the paint right now. Shot comes out to Stenerson. In the corner, there's a shot for 3 by Erickson. Rebounded by Stoffenberg. Out to Bird. Bird all the way, coast to coast. Lays it up and it rolls just off. Not good. High for the rebound is Graham. Boy, that looked like it was going to go, but gravity was not kind that time. Here, Zach Ratliff. Ratliff, far side outside, goes to Erickson. Erickson in the corner, kicks it over here to Stenerson now. Underneath the basket, Johnson. Quick jumper is good by Johnson.
That's good defense by Donahue. Unfortunately, he gave him just enough space along the baseline. He was able to force it inside for the easy layup.
And a foul over the back on the rebound of his missed shot. Carter Ayers picks up the first personal foul of his game tonight. 2 personal fouls on Lander, not a shooting foul. So with 5.5 minutes to go here in the first period of play, Powell has a 4-0 lead on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Down court, Gunnar Erickson in the corner off to Stenerson. Stenerson can't shoot. Out on top of the key now to Ratliff. Back over in the far side. Ooh, almost out of bounds. Trey Stenerson. Underneath, Stenerson has it again, pops it on top now to Ratliff. Ratliff moves to his right. In the corner, there's a shot up and good for 3 by Brock Johnson.
Tigers defensively set up in a 2-3 zone. Panthers are doing a good job of just moving the ball around the perimeter, finding the open shooter and connecting for a 7-0 scoring run to start this contest.
Gwinnett loses the basketball underneath. Now the Panthers return the favor. Graham missed it. He was going in for a layup, and it dribbled off his foot. Around the horn it goes now. Ratliff, far side to Stenerson. Almost too high of a pass. Back over now to Johnson in the corner. There's a shot up off, not good. Rebound over the back. Foul is going to be called on Gunnar Erickson. His first, team first.
See if the Tigers can use this possession to their advantage and get on the board. Here about halfway through the first quarter, Tigers have yet to get on the scoreboard. Panthers lead 7-0.
And now the official is having a discussion with the official scorer. Stu Mullins is over there. And, well, it looks like somebody did not write the right number down. I know we've had the same numbers all year long and the same players, and now Mullins is showing our scorebook to the official scorer, who is the person who entered that information for Powell. And it shows that the Lander player who just came into the game, Jace LeClaire, was in the scorebook. So the officials are now chatting it over with Mullins and the official scorer at the scorebook, and I'm not sure what the ultimate result is going to be here, but it's going to be a technical foul against Lander. The scoreboard, somebody did not write the score in the official book correctly, whether it was a Lander official or the Powell official score, but that means we're going to have free throws on this end of the court. And Gunnar Erickson takes the shot and hits it. He'll have another one. And it goes 8-0 Powell, as the Tigers are off to not a very good start here. Next free throw, good. Erickson is one of the top players here on the team, and it goes 9-0 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard.
Saw that happen in the girls' game as well, that there was a technical foul
on Lander,
for a scorebook error. So I don't know if the official score person here in Powell is having an issue or there's been a mix-up, but I know that she takes each team's scorebook and copies it, but it's something that neither team is, boys or girls, has had an issue with.
Mullins is still arguing with one of the officials, and now Cyril Stoffenberg comes out of the stands to talk with the official. He's the athletic director, not happy with these two scoreboard errors. Underneath, ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Lander. It was intended underneath there for Torrin Graham, and he's one of the tall guys on the Powell Panthers team. Mullins is still talking to the official. It's 9-0 Powell. Here's Gwynna. Gwynna in the lane, kicks it back out to Donahue for three. Nice shot by Kellen Donahue.
He had the wide open look. There was a couple times where he was gun shy. This time must have been his favorite spot, far side wing. Puts it up and in, and that ends the near 4-minute scoring drought for the Tigers. They now get on the board, 9-3, Powell leads.
Tisso Gwynna gets his second foul in the lane, and quickly Tanner Bird is coming in. Gwynna is going to go to the bench. And so Tanner Bird is in now. Powell will have it out. Fourth team foul against Lander. There's the inbounds pass, goes to Ratliff. Ratliff drives toward the baseline. He's blocked out there to Erickson. Erickson from the corner, another three ball by Brock Johnson. And it goes 12-3 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. They left him open out there in the corner. Here's Jace LeClaire in the paint. Gives it off to Stoffenberg. 5-footer. Not good. Short. Rebounded by Graham. Here we go for the Panthers. Moving right to left on the floor here at Panther Gym. Erickson has it now. Cross corner. In the corner again for Johnson. His next three, not good. The rebound is up, off, not good. And we have Jace LeClaire, and he throws it away. A little bit too energetic of a pass that time.
Yeah, I like the look with the outlet pass down to Ayers. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit too far out in front of him. He's tried to lead him on the touchdown pass half court. Another turnover for the Tigers. Powell takes the lead 12-3 with 3:12 left in the first quarter.
Down court, it's Ratliff. Ratliff on top of the key. Bounce pass over to Jet Schwinn, who just came into the game. Back over to Ratliff. Ratliff in the lane, pops one up. Oh, with the left hand, it's now 14-3 on our WRTA bus lines. No, that's not right. Our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Here's Tanner Bird. Spins around, loses the ball in the lane. Whistle, traveling called. Or do we have a foul on the floor?
Looks like foul on the floor.
It's going to go against Ratcliffe. That's his first, team's second. So trailing 14-3, Stoffenberg has it out of bounds. There's the inbounds pass to Donahue. Outside the arc, over to Ayers. Ayers drives it in the paint, gives it off to Ratliff. Ratliff loses, or not Ratliff, Jace LeClaire. He loses the ball underneath. Fast break. Oh, beautiful block by Tanner Bird. And the Tigers get it right back. Here's LeClaire. Oh, and we have a blocking foul underneath the basket as LeClaire hits the deck.
That was a big foul as he ran right into the shoulder of Torrin Graham. That'll be the third team foul against Powell as the Tigers are trying to do everything they can to break this tight defense of the Panthers, get on the board.
There's a shot by LeClaire for three. Jace LeClaire, and the two baskets by the Tigers are three balls, and it's now 14-6, 8-point lead. Down court, here's Brock Johnson. Gives it off on the far side to Schwinn. Here it comes now to Ratliff on the left wing in the corner to Schwann. Schwann looks to move it inside but can't, so goes outside to Johnson. In the corner, there's a three ball in and out, not good by Roughton, and the ball will stay with the Panthers, last touch by the Tigers. Well, that was almost another three for Powell, but that thing just rattled around and flew out.
Yeah, Tigers still set up in the 2-3 zone. When the ball gets kicked inside, they're over pursuing, collapsing too much. So then that leaves that third perimeter shooter wide open, and it's been in the far corner almost every time.
Roughton gives the ball off to Johnson. He's hit a couple trays underneath the basket to the big guy, Graham, in the middle of the lane. His shot is blocked. Blocked by Jace LeClaire. Off to Donahue. Here come the Tigers. Stoffenberg has it now. Far side, outside. On the near side, Donahue tries to drive the baseline. Can't do it. Kicks it out to Ayers. To Stoffenberg at the free throw line. To Tanner Bird. Bird moves it around to Stoffenberg now on top of the circle. Makes the cut inside to Ayers in the corner. LeClaire has it again inside the arc now. Back out to Ayers. Ayers in the corner. Out to LeClaire. LeClaire on the near side. Donahue. He makes a move, puts a shot up, and good. Donahue with his fifth point of the game, and it's now 14-8 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard.
That is a great move by Donahue. He saw that he had the isolation one-on-one matchup. Little crossover, post move inside the paint, puts it up and in for two.
And we have a foul as Torrin Graham goes to the basket and is fouled just underneath the basket. And the foul is going to be on Tanner Bird, his first. And so going to the line is the big guy, Torrin Graham. He hasn't scored in the game yet. 47.9 seconds to go. 14-8 is the score. Shot misses to the left. Almost missed the rim. Coming back in is Trey Stenerson. And coming in again is 30, Gunnar Erickson. Graham at the line for his second shot. This one's not good. Rebounded by Jace LeClaire. LeClaire on the fast break down to Donahue. Donahue left side outside. Moves it in under the basket. Lays it up and just not enough. And rebounded by the Powell Panthers. Beautiful move. The lane opened up for him, but the shot was just a little bit too on the weak side, and it didn't go. In the corner now, Stenerson has the ball. Looking, moves the baseline in the middle of the lane to Graham for two. Nice feed on that time by Stenerson, and it's 16-8. Tigers quickly down the court. LeClaire has it to Stoffenberg for three. No, too long. Rebound goes away, and picking up a foul, drawing the foul is Gunnar Erickson. And the foul is going to be against the Tigers, against Tanner Bird. That's his second foul. So Bird and Gwynna both have two fouls, and Gwynna coming back into the game. Now entering the game for the Tigers is Caleb Wheeler. No, Gwynna did not come back into the game. It was just Caleb Wheeler. There's a long three as an air ball, and it goes out of bounds at the end of the first period of play. And the score after one is the Lander Tigers 8 and the Powell Panthers doubling up at 16.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Well, we're just about ready to start our second 8 minutes of play, and Powell is up by 8 over Landers, 16-8 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Stu Mullins had a rather, what we call it, discussion with his team. He was very adamant about what he wanted them to do.
Adamant, exuberant.
Yeah.
There you go.
Inbounds, Erickson brings it in to Roughton. Roughton back over, far side. Erickson on the right wing. In the corner it goes to Schwinn. Underneath the basket, ball gets away out of bounds. Turnover, Powell. And Lander has a chance to cut into that lead. 7:46 to go here, first half of play. And it's Wheeler with the ball off to Gwynna, who now has re-entered the game. Gwynna on top of the circle. Looks to his right side, moves to his right side. On the right wing now, reverses direction, crosses the lane. In the middle, Donahue to Ayers, back over to Gwynna. Ayers in the corner, back to Gwynna. Gwynna to Ayers, he faked the three-point shot, fires it back out on top to Tissot. In the middle, LeClaire underneath. There's Donahue for three, in and out, not good. And the height advantage of the Powell Panthers won the game there on the rebound. Stenerson gets it. And we have a foul on Jace LeClaire as Powell brings the ball down the court. First foul on Jace LeClaire. And he comes out of the game, and coming in is Brennan Stoffenberg. Goes to the bench. And now going to the free throw line is that Graham? No, it's Stenerson. Shots up, no, not good. Oh, that could have been over the back. There's the save, goes into the Powell Panthers. Underneath the basket, Schwinn has it on top of the key. Stenerson over to Erickson. Erickson pops one from 7 feet that goes in. His first basket of the game. He now has 4 points, and it goes again to a 10-point lead. There's Gwynna on the drive, and he is fouled, and he'll get a couple of free throws.
Tissot Gwynna putting it into that overdrive gear, sees the one-on-one matchup, goes inside, gets a position, puts up the shot attempt, draws the contact. Unfortunately, didn't get the shooter's roll. He'll still go to the line for two.
Tissot's first free throw is nothing but nylon. He gets it. Lander now has committed 7 fouls, so Powell will be in the one and bonus. Powell has 4 fouls in the game. 6:37 to go until halftime. Shot is up, off, not good. Rebound goes to Stenerson for Powell. In the backcourt, finding some pressure. Quickly down court it goes with the ball is Roughton. Roughton over to Schwann. Schwann in the corner. There's a long 3 ball that goes up by Erickson. Not good. Rebounded underneath by Schwann. His rebound shot, no. Stoffenberg gets the rebound. Long outlet passes, too long. Another turnover by the Tigers, trying too hard to get back in the game.
Yeah, Callum Wheeler was leaking out on the backside. Stoffenberg saw him, had the right idea. He had a couple steps on defender. Unfortunately, he threw that pass a little flat, a little too sharp, put a little air under it, where Wheeler's able to take the time to get underneath it, and that would have been a good pass.
Down court, there's the ball thrown away. And Powell turns it over for the 3rd time. Here comes Lander now. Gwynna walks it into the forecourt across the timeline. Stoffenberg on the left wing. In the corner, Gwynna for 3, no. Rebounded by Ayers. His shot is blocked with the body, and he gets the foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2 points. Personal foul on Jet Swan. And Ayers has not scored in the game. And he's getting ready for his charity toss here. Toes the line. It's an air ball. Well, coming over and giving him some encouragement is Donahue. Coming back into the game now, we've got 3 Powell Panthers coming in. Back in is Graham. Back in is Johnson. And let's see, back in is Ratliff. Okay, second free throw here by Carter Ayers. Oh, it hits the front of the rim. High for the rebound is Graham. And it's stolen away underneath the basket. Layup is not good, and a player control foul on Carter Ayers. That'll be his second.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looked like that the Powell defender may have slid his way underneath there to draw the charge. Usually if there's late movement, they'll call the block. Apparently ref saw that he was set, so it'll be charge against Ayers and turnover for the Tigers.
Tigers put on full court pressure, results in a turnover. Down court, Gwynna in the lane for two. Tusso Gwynna gets his first basket of the game, and it goes 18-11. Now only a 7-point deficit. Down court, Stenerson. Stenerson across the timeline, avoids the trap. Gets it back down underneath the basket to Erickson. Whistle, and a foul on the floor is going to be called, I think, against Wheeler. Let's see. It's black 30, so that is Callum Wheeler, his first personal foul. Graham, the big guy, going to the free throw line for Powell. He's 2 for 2, has 4 points, also has a basket from the field. Shot's good. He'll get another one. 19-11 now. Powell with the lead on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Erickson going up for the second shot. This one rolls out. Not good. Rebounded by Wheeler. Off to Gwynna. Down court, Donahue. Donahue drives it in the lane, kicks it off to Gwynna in the corner. Stoffenberg back to Gwynna on top, almost knocked away. Gwynna resetting the play on the left wing. Calling some directions. He moves midway between the two lines. Now moves to his left to Stoffenberg. Around the horn, it goes to Donahue. Back over to Gwynna. Gwynna outside the arc, moves in the lane. Bounce pass underneath to Stoffenberg. 3-ball is an air ball and goes out of bounds. And Powell will have it. Tigers are just not playing well.
No, and the Panthers are also playing a 2-3 zone. But they're doing a lot better job of closing out on that third perimeter shooter. I like that play set up by the Tigers, but I want to see it done on the opposite side, where Tisso's the one on the outside on the wing for that pass instead of Stoffenberg. Tisso has a lot better three-point field goal percentage.
And Powell throws the ball away. Ball goes into the Lander bench. Wheeler will take it out for the Tigers into Gwynna. He walks it in across the timeline on top of the circle. And it goes to the left side, Stoffenberg. He looks for Gwynna. There's the pick. Gwynna from the free throw line, 2 points. Nothing but net that time. 5 points by Gwynna. And again, a 7-point lead by Powell. And there's almost a traveling turnover. Not a traveling turnover, a double dribble. Here on the near side, Brock Johnson under the lane, behind his back, shot, no. Back on the near side, it goes to Ratliff, and he travels. 6th turnover by the Powell Panther. They were a little bit too eager that time, Josh.
Yeah, that time the Tigers did a good job closing out along the baseline. They got the missed shot. Powell did get the offensive rebound, but on the kick out, they were unable to make a clean pass. That'll force Powell's timeout. Powell's coach take a timeout. We'll take it with him here on KFCW and YO Today YouTube.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back.
3 minutes, 50 seconds to go here until halftime. Powell with a 6-point lead, 19-13. Tigers can cut into that with this possession here as Gwynna brings it down left to right on the floor here at Panther Gymnasium off to Wheeler. Wheeler has the ball high above his head. Underneath the basket to Donahue at the baseline. Kicks it out to Stoffenberg. Not open for a shot, so it goes back out on top to Gwynna. Gwynna bouncing the ball, calling some directions. He's now halfway between the two lines on the far side. Bounce pass underneath to Stoffenberg. Oh, he throws it away. He was intending to hit Wheeler that time, but Wheeler wasn't there. So Powell picks up the turnover, 5th by Lander, and now they come back down the floor. There's Johnson in the corner. He hit 2 early threes that really hurt the Tigers. Gives it off on the near side to Erickson. Now around the horn it goes. Erickson over to Ratliff. Ratliff, near side Johnson. Johnson has the ball almost knocked away from him, picked up by Erickson. On top of the key, Ratliff can't drive the baseline, so he pops it back out. The ball's knocked away by LeClaire, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called on LeClaire, trying to reach in that time. And for Jace, that's his 2nd personal foul. Good hustle, but unfortunately, you can't tackle your opponent.
No, he was diving for the ball a little too early there. He thought he had the position to go after the steal attempt, but too much contact on the body, and that'll be a foul against him, and Panthers will go to the line for free throws.
Okay, 19-13, 6-point lead, 2:48 to go. Here's the free throw coming up by Johnson, and it's good. Brock Johnson's first free throw. He now has 9 points in the game, and it goes 20-13, back to that 7-point lead. Johnson's second shot just as good as the first one. 21-13, and the Tigers have the ball. Far side outside is Gwynna. Gwynna stops. Dribble drive, can't hit it. He wanted to throw it inside, I think, but instead goes outside to Stoffenberg. Now to Wheeler. Donahue has it. Donahue on top of the circle, back over to Stoffenberg on the left wing. To Ayers. Ayers has the ball slapped away, but he gets possession to Wheeler. Gwynna with it now just outside the arc on the right wing. Dribbles on top of the circle, 2:13 to go. First half of play to Stoffenberg. They're looking for the right shot. Here goes Donahue, lays it up, and it's not good. It just hung on the edge of the rim and then fell off. Rebound to Powell. Down court is Erickson, Gunnar Erickson. Off to Johnson, back to Erickson on top of the arc now to Johnson. In the corner it goes, Stenerson. Stenerson drives the baseline, double team, ball knocked out of bounds, and it'll go to the Tigers.
Just good weak side closeout there by the Tigers. The backside help coming in to close off the Powell Panther that was driving along the baseline. Shot goes up, partially blocked, goes off the Powell Panther's chest. Tiger ball.
6-2, Bennett Washburn comes into the game. Bennett Washburn comes into the game for the Tigers. Gwynna has it now. Across the key to Stoffenberg in the corner. Donahue to Washburn. Washburn to Ayers. And has the ball knocked away from him. Turnover Tigers. And we had a momentary 3-on-3 in the corner. Shot by Erickson. No, not good. Tipped. Rebounded by Johnson. Back to Erickson. Ball's taken away by the Tigers. Nice defensive move. 1:10 to go. And a timeout is being called by Stu Mullins. 1:09 to go. Tigers trail by 8, 21-13.
News to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
And we have 70 seconds left here in the first half of play. Lander has it. It's Gwynna brings it down for the Tigers to Ayers. Ayers across the circle to Stoffenberg. Far side outside to Gwynna. Gwynna backs up a little bit. Still on the left wing. Bounce pass under to Stoffenberg. Stoffenberg elbows his way into the lane. Off and good and one. Nice move that time by Stoffenberg as he just kind of backed in to the lane and got the basket.
Stoffenberg definitely had a little bit wider frame there against the Powell defender. The Powell players are taller, but they have a little bit more wire to them. Not a lot of strong build, as they are tall and lengthy. Stoffenberg having a position, backs in, puts it in for two, and has the chance for the and one, and he converts it with that made free throw.
So it's 21-16, now a 5-point lead. Tigers trailed at one point, 9-0. Here comes Powell across the timeline. Walking it in is Ratliff. Ratliff on top now to Johnson. Johnson back over on the far side to Erickson. Erickson far side outside in the corner. Open is Schwinn. Ball's knocked away. We have a held ball, and it'll go to the Tigers.
Just great defensive hustle play there by the Tigers, forcing the errant pass and the weak side help coming in by Donahue or Ayers. I didn't see who it was, but both of them were in there tying up the basketball. Gives it back to the Tigers. They'll have a chance for last possession here in the first half and cut that lead down to a single bucket.
19 seconds to go. Gwynna walks it into the forecourt. Moves over to Stoffenberg on the left wing. Back to Gwynna on top. 10 seconds to go. Running a little bit of a weave there, trying to get someone open. It's Gwynna. He wanted the three there in the lane. Puts up the shot. It rolls off. The tip is up, and he is fouled. And we'll have free throws as the end of the quarter happens. Personal foul is going to be called against Zach Ratliff. That's his second personal foul. And Gwynna at the free throw line for the Tigers. He's 1 for 2, has 5 points in the game right now, and he'll get 2 shots. Nice drive by Tissot to get that foul.
Yeah, great drive, and even better follow-up. So they'll go ahead and put 0.2 of a second on the clock. It'll be the 1-and-1 for Tissot. If makes the first one, so he'll go ahead and get the second one. If he makes this one, Tigers will be down by 3 as they go into half a lot better than they had after the first quarter.
It rims in and out. That's the end of the first half of play, and it's a 4-point lead by the Powell Panthers, 21-17, and we'll be back with our halftime show after this.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-3941 today. That's 332-3941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
Hi, I'm Tom from Fremont Therapy Group, and we're going to be talking about running analysis. Running analysis has three components to it. Obviously, you look at the running part. That's kind of the gait pattern, looking at how well they strike the ground. The next part looks at how strong they are, their legs, also how flexible they are. There's certain muscles that become tight the more you run. And then the last part, it's looking at how well you move. So you're looking at ways to help you reduce your chance of injury. Come on in, you're gonna love it. We'll get you on the treadmill and start the process.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up!
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers basketball on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Half scoring. Powell opened the game with a 9-0 run on the Tigers, and since that time, Lander has outscored Powell 17-12. So the Tigers are slowly getting back into this game. They trail by 4 here at halftime, 21-17. Top scorer for the Lander right now, Tisso Gwynna, the Tiger, the senior, has 3 for 4 from the line, 2 field goals, a total of 6 points. 5 points in the game by Kellen Donahue. He has 1 tray and 1 field goal for 5. Jace LeClaire has 1 tray for 3 points. Brennan Stoffenberg, a field goal and a free throw, 1 for 1 for 3 points. And Carter Ayers missed his only 2 free throw attempts in the first half. On the other side, 10 points by Brock Johnson. He's hit 2 trays and a field goal, and is 2 for 2 from the line. Other scorers include Gunnar Erickson with 5. He has 1 basket, 3 for 4 from the line. And then everyone else has 2 points. Torrin Graham with a field goal, Zach Ratliff with a field goal, and Trey Stenerson with a field goal. The Powell Panthers, 6 of 10 from the free throw line in the first half. They hit 2 threes. Lander was 4 of 5 from the free throw line. They hit 2 threes. Turnovers, the Powell Panthers have 9. The Lander Tigers have 6. Score at the end of the first period of play was 16-8 Powell. And then Lander outscores them 9-5 here in the second period. And the gap at halftime is 4, 21-17. And as we've noted on the broadcast, both teams running a 2-3 zone. And the Panthers early were able to get the back door open and score a lot of quick points in the paint. And Lander came back with some nice drives, hitting a couple outside shots to bring the game closer. So the Tigers are within reach of this basketball game here with just about 15 seconds to go until we start the second half of play. And Powell, Josh, will have the ball as we start the second half.
Yeah, it's going to be something the Tigers, basically if you're doing a fight card, score would be round 1 to Powell and round 2 to the Tigers. So right now we're tied 1-1. It's technically it's still a 1-possession game. If you were to get the rare 4-point play opportunity with a 3-point made and a foul. So we'll see if the Tigers can continue that momentum that they had in the second quarter and even this game up and take the lead for the first time in the contest.
Brock Johnson gives it off to Graham. He's double teamed and he falls down, and they're going to call a foul on Gwynna for his 3rd foul of the game. Yep, Gwynna gets the personal foul. He jumps up and down out on the court saying, oh no, that guy just fell down. But officials saw it otherwise. So taking it out is the Powell Panthers. And with the ball now is Johnson. Johnson, far side to Ratliff. Ratliff loses the ball, picks it up though, fires it over to Erickson. Erickson in the corner to Johnson. Johnson wanted a 3 but didn't take it to Erickson. Erickson in the middle of the lane, back over to Johnson for 3. It's good, and that is his 3rd 3 of the game, and it goes 24-17. 5-point lead. Tiger shot up off, not good. Rebounded by the Powell Panthers. Johnson brings it down. Off to Erickson. Erickson in the middle to Graham. Long shot from the corner for 3 is good by Johnson. That's his 3rd 3 of the game, and it goes 27-17. It was 4 points. Now it's 10-point lead by the Powell Panthers as the Tigers haven't connected yet. On the second half, there's Stoffenberg under the basket. Real quick little shot is good and he now has 5 points in the game, and it's a 27-19. Tigers putting on a little bit of pressure. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Stoffenberg, and Powell will control. 6:38 to go, third period of play, 27-19. And taking it out of bounds is Gunnar Erickson for the Powell Panthers. Inbounds to Johnson. Boy, has he got an eye from the corner over there. 4 threes in the game. Ball bounces out of bounds. 10th turnover as Stenerson lost control of it.
Tigers had all the momentum going into the locker room at halftime, and coming out of the locker room, the Panthers have had all the momentum, extending that lead to double digits.
Guina brings it into the forecourt off to Stoffenberg. He looks, drives the baseline, is blocked out there, turns around, trying to find an open shot. Fires one, he got it. Oh, nice move by Stoffenberg. He just wouldn't give up. And we have a, what do we have?
It's going to be a delay of game warning against LeClaire.
Oh, against Jace LeClaire, knocking the ball away. Okay, down court. Here's Johnson. Johnson drives the baseline. Oh, it's blocked. Beautiful block by Stoffenberg. Off to Guina. Guina in the lane, puts up a shot. It goes in! Wow, what a shot by Tisso Guina, now with 8 points. And it's now 27-23. Again, a 4-point lead. Down court, falling away, stealing the ball. Tanner Bird. He's going to go all the way over to Guina. On top, Stoffenberg for 3. No, it doesn't go. Boy, that would have been a big boost for the Tigers there.
Would have much rather had Tisso Guina take that shot from the perimeter. Something that Stu Mullins has talked about, maybe something that he will say after this contest.
Okay, Johnson has it again in the corner, driving it and falling out of bounds, and the ball will stay with Powell. Apparently Bird last to touch it. Ratliff had the ball there. Taking it out now is Erickson. 5:16 to go, third period. 4-point lead by Powell. Inbounds. Ratliff falls down on the play to Johnson in the corner. That's Erickson. Back out to Johnson. Johnson, you don't want to leave him alone. In the middle, Graham, muscles his way in, and they're going to call a blocking foul on the Tigers. Tigers weren't set that time, and the personal foul against Stoffenberg, and that's his first. 27-23, 5 minutes to go here in the third period of play, and Graham is 0 for 2 at the line, has 2 points, and he's 0 for 3. Goes to the charity stripe for the Panthers. He's the biggest player out there. You were talking about how skinny or slim the Panthers were. He has filled in a little bit more.
Yes, he has. Definitely a good frame. I'm not sure if he played football for the Panthers, but he definitely has that framework where Stu Mullins was talking about the multiple sport athletes. He may be one of those for the Panthers.
Free throw was missed. Stoffenberg off to Guina for 3. No, it's too short. Air ball, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson quickly all the way down the court into the corner. Double teamed there, looking to throw it away, and he does. Underneath the basket. Oh, that could have been a travel. The ball gets away. It's on the floor. Guina picks it up, and a timeout called. That should have been a travel because he was on the floor, and that's always a travel call. Except this time.
Well, he was on the floor. He didn't have full possession of it. He slid when he, but at that point, I don't think the Powell Panthers should have been able to call a timeout because nobody had clear possession of it. The refs award them the timeout. Stu Mullins doesn't agree with it, as most of the crowd here in the Lander section doesn't agree with it as well, and the players as the bench all stood up.
I've never seen Stu that animated on the sideline.
No.
He didn't like that, no.
He's definitely a more well-reserved coach when it comes to those calls, but when it is absolutely egregious, he will act in the same manner, and he will show some of that frustration. But it is still a rare occurrence for Coach Mullins.
He's still shaking his head over that one, but he didn't say anything to the officials, so Erickson brings it down for the Panthers. There's a shot in the corner to Stenerson, a top to Johnson. You don't want to leave this guy open. He can hit the 3. Around the horn it goes. Johnson open. And in and out, not good. Rebound underneath, blocked shot by Stoffenberg. That's his second block down there, Josh.
Yeah, unfortunately, Stoffenberg was boxed out, so he couldn't get the positioning for the rebound, but he comes back, recovers well. Quick jump on the putback by the Powell player and gets the block from behind. Nice clean block, his second of the game.
4-point lead by the Panthers. They take it out of bounds. The ball's knocked in the air. Keaton Routon underneath, whistle, and we have a foul on the floor against the Tigers. And it's going to go against Tanner Bird. That's his third personal foul. We're halfway through the third period.
Tigers have two players with 3 fouls now, one being Tissot Gwynn, the other one being Tanner Bird. Connor Ayers on the floor with 2 fouls. Jace Leclerc has 2 fouls. Stoffenberg has 1.
There's the inbounds pass in the corner, driving the baseline, shot off the glass and in.
Just a great move along the baseline by Johnson, puts it up and in for 2. Tigers quickly come down the court trying to respond.
There's Stoffenberg with a nice little soft air shot for 2 more, and it goes 29-25, still a 5-point lead by Powell. Johnson on the near side goes over to Erickson. In the corner to Routon. Routon around the corner. Now there's a shot from the corner. Ratliff up off, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers' Ayers. Off to Gwynna. Quickly down court to Donahue. Donahue in the lane over to Jace Leclerc. His shot is too short, not good. Rebound tapped away and pulled down by Johnson, who quickly brings it down. There's a bounce pass to Graham. In the corner, there's a long 3-ball. No, not good. Fight for the rebound. Graham wins that one. Johnson has it on top. Now back over to Ratliff. Ratliff shot off center is good. Well, he was falling back when he hit that one, and it's 31-25. Tigers bring the ball down court, and we have a foul on the floor against Powell. And that is going to be against, 20? Yeah, that's the third foul on Zach Ratliff. Not a shooting foul. Jace Leclerc comes out of the game, and Wheeler comes in. Back in for Powell is Gunnar Erickson, and coming out of the game is Zach Ratliff with his third foul. Tigers have it out underneath the Powell basket. It's Tissot Gwynna. There's the long pass inbounds to Donahue. Donahue, top of the circle, over to Ayers on the right wing. Ayers in the corner. Stoffenberg has it. Tries to back into the lane. Can't do it. Pops it out to Wheeler. Back to Stoffenberg in the corner. Stoffenberg drives. He's in the lane. Shot is blocked by Johnson. And the ball stolen away by Stoffenberg on the rebound. In the middle. And we have a blocking foul on Powell. Well, Stoffenberg was a pretty busy guy that time.
Yeah, missed the shot. Was able to recover, gets the steal, goes back in. He's lucky he got the blocking foul. Had there not been contact, it would have been called for a travel. But then again, heat of the moment, Stoffenberg needs to be careful. He's barking at the Powell player. These refs in high school basketball, they are quick to call the technical when you are taunting your opponent.
Stoffenberg misses the first, the junior. Standing 5'10", eyes the hoop, and this one's good. So he gets 1 of 2, and it goes to 31-26 now. A 5-point lead by Powell. Almost a travel there. Down court, Routon in the lane. Almost lost the handle on the basketball to Johnson. Johnson moves at the free throw line, pops one, it's short. Rebound goes up, not good. Rebounded by Stoffenberg. Outlet to Gwynna. Here come the Tigers. Gwynna underneath to Wheeler in the middle of the lane. Turnaround, shots blocked by Johnson. That's the second block by Johnson here in as many trips down the court. In the last 3 trips. Down court, here's Johnson again. He's the hot hand. He's got 18 points for Powell. In the corner, Erickson. Bounce pass on top to Schwinn. To Johnson, back across the court to Erickson. Erickson, guarded by Gwynna, pops it back to Johnson on the right wing. In the corner, goes to Routon. Routon underneath the lane, nice give and go, but he misses the shot. Rebounded by Stoffenberg. Outlet to Gwynna. Gwynna comes down for the Tigers. He's on top of the circle. Minute 15 to go, third period. It's 31-26. Here's Gwynna. He finds a lane. Shot, and he is blocked underneath the basket, and he'll go to the free throw line. Nice drive by Tisso Gwynna.
Yeah, Tisso saw them leaking up away from the baseline. He does a little crossover, isolation, drives inside. The baseline's open, draws the contact. He'll go to the line for 2.
Gwynna is 3 for 4 from the line. Has 8 points in the game. Now 9. He'll get another. If he hits this, he'll go into double figures. Stoffenberg comes out of the game now, and in is Jace LeClaire with 1:10 to go, third period of play. The 5'7" senior eyes the hoop, and it's nothing but net, so he gets 2 of them. 27 and 28 points for the Tigers, and it's a 3-point game. Powell leading by 3. Tigers are still putting on the pressure. Powell finally gets it in. There's a bounce pass out of bounds. That'll go to the Tigers. Well, the Tiger pressure forced that one, Josh.
Yeah, that time they went with kind of a 3-quarter court press, and it's something that Tigers haven't really done a lot in this boys contest. That time it works to their advantage, forces the turnover, and they'll get the ball back.
50 seconds to go in the third period, trailing by 3 points. Here's Donahue on top of the key off the LeClaire. Far side to Ayers. Ayers dribbles it across, loses the basketball, falls on it. We have a held ball, and it'll go to Lander. Well, Ayers just lost the handle on the dribble that time, and Lander's fortunate to get it back.
Yeah, I don't know if he just took his eye off the ball there, trying to find a passing option as he saw that there was going to be a double team on him or what was going on there. But luckily, he retains it. Coach Stoffenberg will take the timeout. We'll take it with him.
Coach Mullins.
Mullins, sorry. Boys game. We'll be back.
Boys game.
When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Ayers to take it out for the Tigers into Gwynna. 35 seconds to go in the third period. Lander trails by 3. Here's Gwynna off to Ayers on the far side. Off to LeClaire. LeClaire makes a couple of moves to Gwynna. Gwynna fakes it inside, gives it off to Donahue, running a little bit of a weave here. And there's LeClaire, almost lost the ball. 16 seconds to go. Lander looking for the last shot. Gwynna's just holding on to the ball right now. Now there's 8 seconds to go. Here he goes. Gwynna in the middle of the lane, stops, jump shot is blocked. Third block, there's a return shot, not good. And the quarter ends, and after 3 periods of play, it's Powell 31 and Lander 28. 4 blocks in the game by Johnson.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Well, we've got 8 minutes left in this game. Tigers trail by 3. It's 31-28. Powell will have the ball. And we've seen some amazing play here by the Brock Johnson, who's had 4 block shots in the game. He's the leading scorer with 18. Okay, here he comes again. Stops short of the baseline. Hands off in the middle. Ball's taken away. Turnover. Here comes the Tigers. 2-on-2 underneath. Stoffenberg is fouled as he goes to the basket. And he'll go to the free throw line for the Tigers with a chance to get Lander closer to the Panthers. So Stoffenberg in the game is 2 for 3 from the free throw line. He has 10 points. He's in double figures. Next shot, good. All right, it's 29-31. 2-point lead by Powell. Here's Stoffenberg. Eyes the hoop. Shots up. It is not good. Johnson high for the rebound for the Panthers. Gives it off to Erickson. Still in the backcourt. There's a long bounce pass. Oh, he almost falls out of bounds, and he travels with the ball. Turnover. The Tigers can tie or take the lead on this possession.
Had all sorts of Powell Panthers falling down on that possession. I don't know what was going on. There's going to be a timeout taken by Powell. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. Brock Johnson for the Powell Panthers. I mean, he's been lights out from 3. He's got 4 blocks. Him and Stoffenberg have been going at it inside there, and it's, he's definitely been the person for the Panthers. I look at the stats. He led the Panthers in assists and steals, but he also leads the Panthers in turnovers and fouls per game. So a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde for Johnson, but so far in this game, he's had great outside shooting prowess and has done a really good job in the low block, getting block shots just at opportune times. When Tigers have momentum, seems like he blocks a shot just in time to kind of shut them down.
Okay, Tigers will have it out of bounds in the backcourt. Powell goes back in half-court defense. Gwynna will bring it down. 7.5 minutes to go here in the game. Tissot over to Stoffenberg, to Ayers. Ayers over to Gwynna. Gwynna outside the arc, fake the shot. Now a bounce pass underneath to Stoffenberg. The pass is not good. It's intercepted by the Powell Panthers. 7th turnover by Lander. Down court is Ratcliffe. In the corner it goes to Schwann. Underneath Graham, and a player control foul on Graham. Well, we were waiting for that. I thought this might have happened earlier in the game, but Graham is the biggest guy out there, and he just bowled his way into the lane and got the offensive foul, and he now has 4 personal fouls for the Powell Panthers. Tigers come down, trailing by 2, 7 minutes to go. Here's Stoffenberg on top of the arc. Stoffenberg backs up a little bit, bounce pass to Gwynna on the right-hand wing. Back to Stoffenberg. Stoffenberg calling a play over to Donahue. Donahue just outside the arc, and the ball's knocked away. A steal by the Powell Panthers. The layup is not good, and a foul on Ayers is going to be called, and that'll be his 3rd. Well, I tell you what, you got to give it to the Powell Panthers. They have really quick hands, and if you don't watch the ball, you're liable to lose it.
Yeah, and a defensive battle in this one, too. We were talking about how the Tiger defense has rankings in the 2 worst, or the worst and second worst in points given up and field goal percentage. Right now in the 4th quarter, Powell Panthers have only scored about half of that average. Tigers giving up 60 points per game right now. Powell is sitting with the lead 32-29. Tigers have done a good job defensively. Powell has done an excellent job defensively as well, keeping the shooters pretty quiet here for the Tigers.
1 for 2 at the free throw line that time. Tigers get the rebound. Gwynna has it on the far side outside. He makes a move in the lane, fires it over to Donahue. Donahue back over to Gwynna. Gwynna just outside the arc, on top to Stoffenberg. Tigers trail by 3, 32-29. Here's Ayers. Ayers drives the baseline, stopped, and whistle, and stepped out of bounds. 9th turnover by the Tigers. And there's 14 turnovers by Powell. So Ayers quickly is replaced in the game by Bennett Washburn. Washburn playing his first varsity game here tonight, I believe. I don't remember seeing him in the...
He got in against Jackson.
Against Jackson? Okay, here we go. Here's Johnson, 18 points in the game, 6 minutes to go. Johnson brings it all the way down. Whistle and a blocking foul on Stoffenberg, and that'll be Brennan's second. Guarding the baseline there, or the sideline. So Powell to take it out, 6:07 to go. Powell leading by 3. Inbounds pass goes to Johnson. Johnson on the near side, Erickson has it. Erickson dribbling the ball, and a kick by Stoffenberg. That'll give the ball right back to Jackson, or to Powell. Beyond the end line. Erickson taking it out for Powell. Inbounds pass to Stenerson. Far side, Johnson doesn't shoot. Underneath to the big man. His shot is not good, and he's fouled. He'll get 2 shots underneath the basket. And the foul's going to go against Washburn. Well, he comes in and goes up against the big guy right away and draws the foul.
Yeah, that's a good double team there down low on the baseline by Washburn and Stoffenberg. Looked like Stoffenberg had the position to get the block there from the weak side, but it looked like unfortunately Washburn had got the contact on the arm as he went up. Just one of those where he got to go up, straight up and down. Can't be leaning or else they'll call you for the foul every time.
Well, Graham finally gets a free throw. He's 1 of 6 from the free throw department. And it goes 33-29, 4-point lead. Tigers haven't scored in a while, and Powell has. So here's Tisso Gwinna out on top. Left-hand wing underneath to Stoffenberg. Stoffenberg, whistle, traveling. Turnover, Lander will give the ball back to Powell. And Brennan was just kind of shuffling his feet that time, looking for someone to throw it to. So the Tigers here with 5:30 to go, they've got to get the ball in the hoop here, Josh.
Yeah, they definitely had some trouble scoring this time. This part of the fourth quarter, some empty possessions, some turnovers, and then some sloppy defensive play on the other side. Need to do their best to try and get a score here.
There's a steal, late Jace LeClaire down, and a blocking foul as he goes up for the basket. Will go against Powell. Certainly didn't have position, and Gunnar Erickson gets the blocking foul. That is the 6th team foul, 1 more to give for each team. Gwinna pats the top of his head, calling the inbounds play. There's the inbounds to Stoffenberg outside the arc, hands it off to Gwinna. Gwinna stops, he's on the left-hand wing. He drives the baseline and fires it over to Donahoe for 3. It's in and out, not good. Rebound goes out of bounds off Washburn, and Powell will have it with 5 minutes and a second to go. Yeah, the Tigers need to score on some of these possessions before Powell pulls away again.
That was a good setup. Tisso kind of hesitated on his baseline drive, looked up, saw that Donahue was open the far corner. Unfortunately, the open shot didn't drop.
Another turnover for the Powell Panthers, their 16th of the game. So here come the Tigers with 4:40 to go. Stoffenberg just inside the circle, launches a 3, and it's good. Stoffenberg for 3, and it is a 1-point game, 32-33. Tigers have narrowed it to 1 point with 4.5 minutes to go. Here's Johnson down court for the Powell Panthers. Powell's had 3 consecutive turnovers here. Over to Erickson. Erickson down court with the ball. Ratliff, no. Tigers rebound. Tigers can take the lead for the first time tonight if they score. If they score 2 points, that is. Here's Gwinna underneath the Washburn. Washburn all alone. Shots blocked by Johnson. Rebound by Washburn. No good. Ball goes off, and a foul is going to be called on Lander. It's going to go against Washburn, his second. 2 point-blank shots. Just a little bit too much adrenaline, I think, Josh.
No, he had a good open look, had a good shot fake, and it was just a good recovery on the baseline, on the weak side help to close in for the block. He gets his rebound, and unfortunately he wasn't able to get enough juice to put it up and in on his putback, and then just to push in the back on the rebound, probably a frustration foul. as that puts the Panthers in the bonus for the remainder of this contest.
Trey Stenerson at the line. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Shots in the air. This one is not good. Rebound and a foul over the back on Johnson. And Johnson picks up foul number 2 and will go the other way and shoot free throws, as that's the 7th on Powell. Well, that was great movement in the lane that time by Jace LeClaire, and Johnson came down on top of him. Okay. So LeClaire goes to the line for the Tigers.
He did a good job getting positioning there on the lower block, as Johnson does have a little bit of a height advantage, not much. Does look like he has a little bit more athleticism with the vertical advantage. LeClaire gets the positioning, makes him go over the back. He's unable to convert on the 1-and-1 opportunity.
33-32, Powell with the lead. 3:46 to go in the game. Panthers finally bring it into the forecourt, down to Graham. Graham in the corner, hands it off down to Erickson. Erickson almost lost the ball. Across the court, Johnson was open, drives the baseline, and scores.
Johnson open on the far side wing. Everybody collapsed, expecting him to shoot the three-pointer. Sees it opening in the lane, puts it up and in for 2.
Well, the Tigers missed that shot on a long one from the outside. Johnson rebounds. It's a 3-point lead. 3:14 to go. Down court, here's Erickson. Erickson, long cross-court pass to Johnson. Johnson makes a move on the baseline, almost fell down. Kicks it back out to Ratliff. Near side, Erickson. 2:59 to go. In the middle, Graham, and there's a reach-in foul on Washburn. His 3rd. But he stopped him from going to the basket. And Graham is 1 for 6 from the free throw line.
Time to start instituting the hack-a-shack mentality against Graham.
2:57 to go. Shot's not good. Jace LeClaire high for the rebound for the Tigers. They trail by 3. Just under 3 minutes to go now. Whistle, timeout. Stu Mullins for the Tigers to talk it over. Tigers need to take the lid off the basket and get some points here in the final 2 minutes, 49 seconds.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
That's a 3-point lead. 35-32, and we've got under 3 minutes to go in the game now. 2 minutes, 49 seconds. Tigers will have the ball off of that timeout by Stu Mullins. Let's see what the Tigers come up with on offense. They've gotten the game down to 1 point, and then it went back up again. Now it's 3. Tigers have the ball, inbounds to Gwynna. Clock starting to roll. Gwynna moves it across the arc. Looks on the left side to Ayers. Ayers at the free throw line to LeClaire. LeClaire over to Gwynna. Gwynna backs his way into the lane to Donahue. Far side it goes Ayers. On top to LeClaire. LeClaire to Gwynna, 2:23 to go. Gwynna bounces the ball over to Stoffenberg now. Stoffenberg on the left wing to Gwynna. Gwynna open for a second. LeClaire for 3. No, not good. Rebounded by Powell. 2 minutes to go in the game. Powell with a score here would be in great shape. There's Erickson. Underneath, the ball is taken away by the Tigers. Underneath, Gwynna has it. Gwynna back over to Ayers. On top, Stoffenberg for 3. It's way short. It's an air ball. 1:45 to go in the game. 3-point lead by the Powell Panthers. Tigers can't buy a bucket here in the last 4 minutes of the game. Here's Johnson, gives it off to Erickson. Full court pressure by the Tigers. Erickson has the ball stolen away. Donahue lays it up and in for the Tigers. Donahue with his first basket since the first quarter, and it's a 1-point game, 35-34. Still in the backcourt is Powell. There's the inbounds pass. Comes over in the near side to Ratliff. Ratliff can't get it. Over to Johnson. He's open but doesn't take the shot. Underneath it goes to Stenerson. His shot is not good. He gets his own rebound. Pumps it out to Erickson. Erickson to Johnson. 1 minute, 7 seconds to go. To Graham. Back over to Johnson. Johnson on the far side outside. Underneath to Erickson. And there's a gunner. Puts the shot up and he's fouled. Graham will go to the free throw line with under a minute to go, with Powell leading by 1, and the personal foul's on Stoffenberg, his third. Well, let's go down to the nubs here, Josh.
Yeah, it's good couple defensive possessions for the Tigers, a full court press, great anticipation, cutting off the passing lanes, getting the steals, and that time the foul on Stoffenberg. He jumped the shade too early, trying to get the block attempt. First free throw is good. Coach Stu Mullins takes the timeout. We'll take it with him. Just under a minute left here in the fourth quarter.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Torrin Graham is 2 for 9 at the free throw line for the Powell Panthers. He's hit 2 of his last 3 shots. Powell leading by 2, now by 3. He comes up big, 37-34. Powell by 3, 55 seconds to go. Here comes Gwynna. Gwynna off to Stoffenberg. Stoffenberg looks back over to Gwynna on the near side. Gwynna drives the baseline, puts up a shot and in! And one! We can tie it with a free throw here. Gwynna with a great shot, underhand, behind his back basket. And I keep bumping the camera, don't I? Okay, the personal foul went against Ratliff, his 4th. Gwynna at the free throw line. And the shot is not good. LeClaire goes for the rebound, but it's taken away by Johnson. Stolen by Gwynna to LeClaire. 2 points!
Let's go!
The Tigers take the lead for the first time in the game. Great pass that time.
Now they just need a defensive stop. Need to come up big time. Don't foul.
Lander 38, Powell 37, 24 seconds to go. The Tigers take timeout, their first lead of the game, Josh.
And that time was just a good trap there on the far side. As looked like it was Gwynna and Bird that were over there, forcing the Powell Panthers in the half-court trap. But before that, Tissot takes the drive, puts it in that overdrive gear Stu Mullins is talking about. He wants Tissot to go in and make those shots. We've said it several times where we wish he would just have that takeover mentality, be that scorer, be that leader for the Tigers, take over the game. That's what he did right there. Sees the little bit of a space along the baseline, scoots in, puts it up and in for 2. That doesn't quit, doesn't celebrate. He stays with it. He then collects himself, gets the steal. LeClaire stays down with him, leaks out with him. Just an easy little pass across the key, puts it up and in for 2. Tigers get the lead, and then with the half-court trap, forces the Powell Panthers to take a timeout as they lead by 1 with just under half a minute left in this contest, taking their first lead of the game. Right now, Tigers leading scorer is Brennan Stoffenberg with 14. Tissot Gwynn is right behind him with 12. And Johnson, who we talked about, was just lights out from the perimeter. Hasn't scored in a while, but he still has 20 points, leading all scorers in the contest for Powell.
Lander leading 38-37. Powell has it out of bounds with 24 seconds to go. Full court pressure by the Tigers is almost thrown away. Picked up by Ratliff. Ratliff back over to Johnson. 20 seconds to go. On the near side, it goes to Stenerson. Stenerson in the corner. Back over to Ratliff. Ratliff on top of the key. Johnson has the look. He tries to move. 9 seconds to go in the game. Inbounds to Graham. Graham back over. There's a long shot for 3. No, it's not good. Lander wins the game. And there's a foul on Powell. A foul on Powell. Right? Or is that Lander?
No, I think it'll be a reaching.
Oh,
no.
They call the foul on errors. I thought for sure it was an over the back. Mullins cannot believe it. He's on the floor talking with the official right in his face, and the official is trying to describe it, and Mullins is saying, you can't believe it. 1.4 seconds to go. Trey Stenerson at the line. He's 0 for 2. Shot is good. It's a tie game. 38-38. Stenerson can win the game for Powell. Boy, I sure thought that was not a foul on errors.
No, I thought it for sure was going to be over the back against Powell, but they're saying that Ayers wrapped around the body of the Powell defender, thus calling the foul. Again, we talked about Stu Mullins as a coach that doesn't get very animated, but now that's twice in this game that he has not agreed with the calls of this refereeing crew. I don't know what's going on between the 2 scorebook issues and now a couple blown calls. I just don't know what's going on. Unfortunately, I hope it doesn't come down to that being the deciding factor of this game.
Well, we have just a few seconds left, 1.4 seconds to go in the game. It's a tie game, and Powell is at the free throw line. If the shot is made, it would take a miracle for Lander to hit a three-quarter court shot to win.
Yeah,
I was premature calling the game for Lander. I just knew that wasn't a foul, but it was. So you have to go with what's called.
At least not a foul against Lander. It was for sure a foul, but definitely looked like it was over the back.
Stenerson's only hit 1 free throw tonight. He's 1 for 3. 1.4 seconds to go. Stenerson eyes the hoop. The shot is up. It's not good. Lander rebounds. Stoffenberg, almost hit the 3, and we're going into overtime.
We got bonus basketball, folks. The Tigers started off slow. Second quarter, they came back. Third quarter, it was kind of 50-50. Fourth quarter, Tigers get just enough to tie the game, and luckily that free throw was missed on what everybody's calling a missed call, but it is what it is. We play on. We'll be back with bonus basketball right after this.
Back again in Powell. We have a 38-38 score. We're going to go into an overtime for 4 minutes. Lander scored 10 points in that fourth period of play, and the Powell Panthers scored 7. So the Tigers had the lead until that last play with 1.4 seconds to go. Now it's Stoffenberg in the center jump circle. Goes against Zach Ratliff. Tip goes to the Tigers and a whistle.
Stoffenberg got the early jump. They're saying it was an unfair jump, so they're going to give it to Powell.
Okay, so that'll be a turnover for the Tigers. And Stu Mullins is up talking with the official again. And the explanation, Stu shakes his head. Powell has the ball. Gunnar Erickson just starting the overtime period. Lander came back from a 0-9 deficit to start the game, and here we are in overtime. There's Johnson, the all-everything player for Powell, on the near side. Goes over to Stenerson in the corner. Johnson has it, looking for someone to throw it to, and it goes in the middle to Graham. Back over to Johnson. He's open. He falls down, but he picks the ball back up. Now over to Ratliff. Ratliff to Johnson in the corner. Bounce pass on top of the key. Ratliff has it now. Over to Erickson. Erickson drives toward the lane. Cuts away. Gives it to Johnson. 3:15 to go in the corner. There's a shot for three. That's off. Not good. Rebound is fought for. Up goes the shot. Not good. Rebound. Graham for two. So Graham gets on the third offensive rebound. 40-38. 3 minutes to go in the overtime. Here's Stoffenberg. Stoffenberg comes down to Donahue. Off to Ayers. Ayers in the middle of the lane. Stops, shoots, and there is hits, and he draws a foul. So Ayers gets the basket. And the foul against Erickson is his third. And Ayers at the free throw line for the Tigers. It's tied at 40. Shot is not good. The score stays at 40. Johnson high for the rebound. Powell avoids the half-court trap. Down court, it's Ratliff at the baseline. Can't drive. Gives it off to Erickson. In the middle, Graham. Back over to Johnson. No, his shot's not good. Rebound by Graham, and it's not good. Boy, they kind of cleared out the middle of the lane that time, and there was no whistle.
Yeah, there was no positioning there by the Tigers. Graham uses his frame to get inside, gets the rebound. Stoffenberg trying to get the block on the putback, jumps up too soon. Graham gets the contact, goes to the line as he makes the first free throw.
Well, Graham, who missed his first 7 free throws, has now hit 4 in a row, make it 5. And it goes 42-40. Lander trails by 2. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the overtime period. Here comes Tisso Gwinna off to Brennan Stoffenberg to Ayers to Gwinna. Gwinna drives down, stops in the middle of the lane, underneath to Leclerc for 2.
That was just a great turnaround post move by Tisso. Splits the defense. Leclerc leaks down low in the lane. Easy bucket for 2. We have a tie game again.
42-42, a minute 50 to go. Here's Brock Johnson for the Panthers. Outside on the right wing, moves to his left, underneath. There's should be a 3-second violation on 40. He's been in there for a minute. There's a long shot from the corner. Not good. Rebound knocked away. Johnson picks it up with 90 seconds to go. Underneath, there's a shot up and in by Ratliff. Ratliff gets it. It's 44-42. Down court, rebound and 1. Oh, they're calling it an offensive player control foul. They're calling it an offensive player control foul on Leclerc, and that nullifies the basket. It's still a 2-point lead by Powell. Well, here we go. Powell has it, leading by 2, 44-42. A minute 22 to go. That was the second player control foul against Jace, and the ball is dribbled out of bounds. A turnover by Powell. Amazing how these things happen, isn't it? You get it right back.
That's just a good recovery by the Tigers. As much as you want to try and body up and belly up and get that frustration foul, just close them off. Do a good job staying close, forcing them to move towards the boundary without touching him. Great defense by Tisso Gwinna and the Tigers.
Here's Gwinna in the lane, shot off the glass, not good, and he is fouled and will go to the line. Personal foul on Ratliff, and that will be 5 on Ratliff. He'll foul out of the game. 62 seconds remaining in the overtime. 44-42 Powell. Tisso Gwinna at the free throw line for the Tigers. Tisso tonight is 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Has 14 points. Coming in is Jet Schwan for Powell. Gwinna at the free throw line for the Tigers. Yes. He'll get another.
Collected Tisso Gwinna from the line tonight.
He toes the line. Next shot, we're tied. 44-44 with 1 minute to go in the game. Lander putting on full court pressure. Here's Johnson in the backcourt. Brings it into the forecourt. Falls down. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Powell.
And Stoffenberg was trying to get possession of the ball there near the Powell bench. I think they should have let it go out of bounds and be Powell's ball.
And that's what it is. Powell will have the ball. Stu Mullins not arguing with this one. 51 seconds to go. The score is tied at 44. Here's Johnson in the middle. The ball's knocked away. Oh, they're going to call a foul on that, and it was clearly hit the basketball. I don't believe it. But that's the call.
Was clearly a good strip from the weak side by Jace LeClaire. I just don't understand what's happening right now.
Graham misses the free throw. He's got one shot left, 46 seconds to go. Shot is good. Bounce in and went away. So it's 45-44 with 45 seconds to go. Gwinna brings it down. Tigers can take the lead if they score here. Stoffenberg has it on top of the arc. 34 seconds to go. Here's Gwinna, fakes the three-point shot. Tries to drive the baseline, can't. Stoffenberg for three, it's way short. It's an air ball. Tigers are going to have to foul. There's only 24 seconds.
Foul him.
Well, I thought he did, but they didn't call it. And we have a timeout by Powell with 19 seconds to go. And the Panthers leading 45-44.
Proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Well, we're having a barn burner here at Powell tonight. Powell leading 45-44 over the Lander Tigers with just a few ticks left here on the clock. Powell will have the ball. I'm waiting for the timeout thing to end so I can see how much time. 19 seconds. We have 19 seconds to go in the game. Powell will have the basketball on the Lander end of the court. So here we are, 19.3 seconds to go. Panthers with a 1-point lead. Taking it out of bounds is Gunnar Erickson. They line up. Here's the inbounds pass. It's knocked away, picked up by Stoffenberg, and a foul is going to be called. On whom? Oh, it's going to go against Powell. So 17 seconds to go. Foul is called on Trey Stenerson, and Brennan Stoffenberg goes to the free throw line in the overtime period, and he can tie the game, and he does.
Just a great defensive play for the Tigers on the inbound pass, pressuring the right person. They knew who they were trying to get the ball to, get the steal, and now Stoffenberg can take the lead, and he does with that made free throw. 15 seconds left.
Lander by 1, 13 seconds to go. Here's Powell down court with the ball. Erickson, timeout by Powell. 10 seconds to go in the game. Lander leads by 1. We're going to hold it right here. This has been a pretty exciting finish, Josh.
Yeah, there for a bit it was all Powell, and then late in the fourth quarter, Tigers get a run there. They take the lead. Couple of questionable calls, we'll say. Towards the end of that one, it'll make it a tie game, goes into overtime, and now it's just back and forth, tie after tie. Some more judgment calls, we'll call it 50-50, whatever. Again, it's just Tigers need a defensive stop. It's one thing that Coach Mullins was saying in the pregame interview is that the Tigers need to do better on defense. Even with this overtime period, Powell still has not reached that 60 points per game average that the Tigers are allowing. So they're doing a great job. The Tigers have scored more than, or just about scored more than Powell's defense has allowed. So it's been a tight game. It's been a game with runs where one team would score, then the other team would score to tie it, and now it's literally back and forth. Tigers need one more stop to bring this one home.
Okay, the timeout is over. 10 seconds to go in the game. Powell will have the ball over in front of the Powell bench. It's Gunnar Erickson. Erickson into Johnson. Johnson on top of the arc. 6 seconds to go. In the corner it goes. Shot is up in the air. It's not good. Lander gets the rebound, and the Tigers win the game. The Tigers win the game. The Tigers win the game. 46-45. Lander wins the game after trailing early and fighting all the way back and tying it up. Great victory for the Lander Tigers on the road.
On this matchup, out of a total of 32 minutes of playing time, I think they've trailed about 30 out of those 32 minutes. And the Tigers pull it out in overtime, getting the big defensive stop that they needed. Great pressure, closing out the perimeter shooters and getting the rebound. Stoffenberg makes the good play, trying to throw it up in the air so they couldn't get it, but it rolls down the court as time expires. Tigers now move to 3-6, but the big thing is they are unbeaten in conference play. They are 1-0, making strides in the right direction as they start the 3A Northwest Quadrant play here in the 2021-2022 season.
Well, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll have Stu Mullins come up and talk to us here in a little bit. And we'll take a break and be right back in Powell. Lander wins 46-45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me.
Okay, we have Lander coach Stu Mullins with us here on the post-game show, the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Well, Coach, that it doesn't get much more exciting than this.
No, it does not. It does not. And oh my goodness, these kids needed it. And it wasn't a thing of beauty at all times, but they just dug in and found a way. All the credit goes to them.
Well, you got behind early by a lot, and were clawing back, and finally got it tied there in the fourth quarter. You got it down to a 1 point a couple of times, and then the overtime happened, and you outscored Powell by 1.
Yeah. Two. I mean, we talked about it before the game, but the two incredibly even teams, in so many different ways, and we didn't play our best, for sure, and they probably feel like they didn't either. But to gut it out, oh my goodness, I'm just so proud of the kids.
Yeah, and the fouls were kind of even on both teams, although it seemed like Powell got the benefit of a couple near the end of the game that we thought probably could have gone the other way but didn't.
Yeah, we got one back though, when
yeah, you did.
I think Carter attacked or whoever it was, and they didn't call the charge. was big, because I think that was an and one situation, and so it was give and take. I trust these refs about over anybody, and
well, we saw them last week in Jackson.
No, that
one of them
them.
was there.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yep. And he's great, and so is Durchie. I mean, I would trust those guys with the game any day of the week, and it's just nip and tuck, and so any foul or thing is magnified, and that's just how it goes.
What happened with the scorebook there at the beginning of the game?
I've never seen it before. We had it right in our book, and the starters were right in our book, and they turned to the wrong page. And so I said, this has got to be correctable. I've never seen like this in my life. And they said, well, if it's in the official book, then that's the rule. And I said, really? I'll own it if I had it wrong, but we didn't. It was right in the book. And the refs are supposed to come over and count every single one of our players,
right, and
match it up with the book. So if they counted last week, it would have been 12, and we had 13 on the bench today. So
right,
I don't know. And the refs, both of them, just told me they'd never seen that before, and sorry. Basically.
Well, it happened in the girls' game too.
Really?
Yeah, there was a technical foul right at the beginning because there was a discrepancy in the Lander book, and of course, Cyril was waving his book around, and the same thing happened.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll just have to know that for next time that we got to double check with the score table. They kept telling me that they double checked, and good thing it came down to us winning, because otherwise that's 2 points that they got off the technical. So, those things are magnified, and oh well.
We've talked about the confidence of Tissot Gwinnett going in and taking the shot. And tonight, in the second half especially, he did that. He ends it up with 16 points, and the Tigers come away with a win.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody in Tigerville is comfortable when he's got the ball in his hands, and he's either going to make a play for somebody else, and he had some beautiful dishes to Tissot when they knew to Jace when they knew he was covered, and how about Jace stepping in and finishing those layups, and getting us rebounds and stops, and he played a really good game for us.
Now the Powell Panthers were a little bit taller than you, and they kind of controlled the offensive boards. They had quite a few offensive boards tonight, second chance points.
Yeah, they're big. They're big, and they're tall, and they're strong. Things that we only have a couple of, and so yeah, they probably did dominate the boards tonight, and we'll just have to get better at it.
Okay, you've got a short week. You play Riverton on Tuesday night.
Yep.
Fortunately, it's in Lander.
Yep.
Which gives you a little bit of an advantage. But then it's conference playoff time again, where you go and host Warland and Lovell.
Yep. Yeah. So Riverton is just one of those things. You got to go play that. The kids love it, and it's a great atmosphere, and it's everything that's right with high school basketball. But it's tough to kind of shift gears a little bit, when you're in conference mode, I think, and be in those situations. But the main thing is we got to get ready for next weekend.
Yeah. Now, you played all the 4A teams, or not all of them, but a good share of them coming in. How much do you think that helped your team tonight?
I don't know. I think we were better off because of it. And you're just used to a little bit bigger kids, and the speed usually is a little higher at that level. Not necessarily all the time, but I don't think it hurt us at all.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, Coach, you win on the road. That's always important to do in conference play.
And this one is huge. That 2 seed is exactly where you want to go. If you can't get the 1, which obviously we do. But just setting yourself up for regionals, and if you can steal 1 on the road, that's huge. You want to hold it home and split on the road, and we took that step tonight to make sure we did that.
Well, Tissot had 16 tonight. Brennan had 16 tonight. Our 2 leading scorers. Good point production, and of course Brennan's 2 free throws at the end made the difference.
Huge. Some clutch things that you look back at our Douglas game, when we went 1 for 8 there in the fourth quarter, and so maybe that helped us, settle down, and we've been there before, and so yeah, huge.
Yeah, the big guy, Graham, had missed 7 free throws in a row, and then he ends the game hitting 7 out of 8.
Yep. I mean,
you just never know. Yeah.
Just a gamer.
Yeah.
But we were in the right situations, and we were okay giving up that foul. He's a 47% free throw shooter, and so if there was anybody, we were going to do it. We got the lucky one, 10 missing that second free throw at the end of regulation, and but we finished rebounds, and we got some really timely steals, and so it was a total team effort.
Well, the Tiger defense there in the last 2 minutes of the overtime really seemed to rattle Powell.
Yeah, I would say they really struggled with our pressure, and sometimes zone can just throw you for a loop, and and it did them tonight, and the number 4 had 20 points on us, and we made a little bit of an adjustment just to make sure he didn't get open looks, and I think zone fits us. We'll still be multiple and have the opportunity to play man, but tonight, to hold that team under in the regulation and then 48, we want to obviously score more, but defensively we were just fine.
Well, Coach Stu Mullins, congratulations on the win. We'll let you get down to the locker room and talk to the players, and we'll see you Tuesday night.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Head Coach Stu Mullins of the Lander Valley Tigers visiting with us here on the postgame show. And Lander coming away with a win, it was 46-45. Tigers win it in overtime. And we'll be back with our scoring roundup after a quick listen to this.
It could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Back again, as we mentioned in the postgame visit with Stu Mullins, Tisogwena and Brennan Stoffenberg both finished the game with 16 points. Kellen Donahue had 7, 2 points each for Carter Ayers and Jace LeClaire. And the big guy on the other side, Brock Johnson, hit for 20 points. He had 5 block shots in the game. And that was a big reason the Tigers had a little bit trouble coming back in this one, but they did. Torrin Graham, the guy who missed 7 in a row to start the game, finished up hitting 7 in a row, and he had 10 points, the only other Powell Panther in double figures. 6 points for Zach Ratcliffe, and we had 6 points by Gunnar Erickson, 3 points by Trey Stenerson. Player of the game, Josh, what do you think?
It's close. Tisogwena, Brennan Stoffenberg were definitely the big offensive outputs, but I think with those key blocks that Stoffenberg had inside as well as those clutch free throws. Granted, there's a lot of three-point shots that there is a few fans here in the Tigers side of the stands were not wanting him to take. Saw a couple parents kind of putting their hands on their head as Tisso passed it off to Stoffenberg. Then he threw up an air ball from the wing. But, he came back. He did what he needed to correct his errors and do a good job hitting those clutch free throws, ended up giving the Tigers a win. So I will give the player of the game to Brennan Stoffenberg.
Okay, Brennan Stoffenberg, the player of the game here in our Click It or Ticket post-game show. The final score again in overtime, Lander 46 and the Powell Panthers 45. On behalf of Josh Henninger, And of course, I'd like to say thank you to our general manager, Kevin Shields, for the opportunity to do these games and put us on the road so we can do this. Of course, we owe a big thank you to all of our sports club sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Well, it's a good night for the Lander Tigers. They'll have a happy bus ride home. Their next game coming up Tuesday night, and Lander against the Riverton Wolverines. And on behalf of Josh Henniger, this is Ernie Over bidding you all a pleasant good evening. Drive safe wherever you may be, and remember, click it or ticket.
And thanks for Kirk for helping us down in the studio.
Oh, we forgot that last week.
We put it all together. I forgot it last week.
All right.
He sent me a not so nice text message. So, Kirk, I'm backing you up here, bud. Thanks for putting us on. Make sure we're sounding good. Make sure we're not messing up too bad. Anyway, everybody travel safe. Have a good weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday for the Fremont County Showdown between the Tigers and the Wolverines.